Saying goodbye.
Don't sing yourself to sleep.
Goodbye.
Don't sing yourself to sleep.
I do have to remember that
Goodbye.
to use the feat that I picked up for
Don't
the
sing
level
yourself
up.
to Yes. Been a while.
Been a while.
Oh my god.
Spoiler alert.
That was nothing.
Ah, I see.
Well, let's all forget that then.
Now I see you too found an immovable rod.
That's so funny. By the way, JP, did you know you could be casting spells when you're in wild shape form? Fun fact.
Thought
I don't know if you knew that or not.
Well, I didn't.
You have something called beast spells that allowed you to cast spells in your form if it only required verbal somatic, but not material components. So I don't know how versatile that was, but that was a feature you had. So last time we played, you all showed up at what is called Mistral's Deathbed, the site where a old god of magic died, killed herself, was destroyed, up for debate. And the person who kind of caused that to happen was a gentleman named Karsus, who ends up was in the staff of the Forgotten One that Aseric had. Romuald snagged it, gave it to Tatiana. He then took over Tatiana and is here to finish the job of him ascending to a new god of magic, displacing what was the old god of magic, but now is a new god of magic. Fun fact, I think we're on the third iteration of the goddess of magic in the world of the Forgotten Realms, but it's not that important. So this was like the first one that died. Started fighting, but you all rolled in with like no HP, no long rest. So Karsus was kind of smacking you guys around a little bit, though you were holding your own even at limited resources. Romuald was killed during the moments that Tatiana was taken over by Karsus. And we followed as an audience Romuald to my little kind of, at this point, like my traditional, if you're doing death saving throws, this place where, you know, where does your soul go? And there he was talked to by a person named Mistra, the current goddess of magic, and her sidekick, a guy named Azith, who I think is like the god of wizards, quote unquote. And they're like, hey, you should like join us, bud. Like, we think you're pretty cool. You're like, you know, we can help you along. But Romuald's like, oh, you want me to become your servant? And he did pick up that they were kind of intimidated by where he was and what was going on, and they kind of wanted to put chains on him. Romuald was like, yeah, I'm good. But they still needed somebody to go back and make sure Karsus didn't do what he did. So Romuald still went back. And so while the party was getting the asses closely kicked, stretched to their limits, Romuald appeared and started to attempt to harness the power of this magical storm. The storm being, so let's just try to make it very clear. Magic is called the Weave. Mistra is the Weave. She is magic. She's the goddess of magic. So every time there's a spell cast, whether divine or not, technically that's her somewhere in the midst of all that. So where you're at currently is an old weave, an old essence of magic that was kind of like the residue, the leftover when the last goddess died, or that goddess version died. So this is like the beta version of the weave from way back when, that Romuald and Karsus are attempting to harness and elevate themselves to godhood. So you begin to try. failed once, but with the help of Tingles, managed to then grab onto the power. So above table, because we kind of ended with, let's see how we want this ascension exactly to go. And what I think is what's happening is going to happen is that Romul's taking a good chunk of it, but so is Karsus, because he was in the middle of also taking it. So Romul is getting a taste of godhood, but is not completely ascended. And there's also more even beyond that if you truly do begin like to kind of go further along that route. I feel like I'm missing a little wrinkle point. Yeah, so two people right now are wrestling over the weave and that godhood. But Romulus is getting juiced up from it. And through the process, so is all the Badgers. So as we kind of pull back into this moment, I remember when we ended, Justin, we had a question of like, do you know what Romul looks like now? And I'm okay using the word ascended. Like this is still a amped up divine version of Ramul. Well, first off, your name's not Ramul, Romul. Do you have what your character looks like now?
I guess I imagine like it almost looks like it's barely being contained within him. Like his skin is almost cracking. It almost looks like essence of the weave is leaking out. His eyes are glowing and he has an aura around him.
Love it. And so as you'll see on the map, all of you would have witnessed the storm being consumed. Half of it going into Romul, half of it going into Karsus. And so the storm is gone. And it now is inside the two of them. And Tingles, you're getting a good view here. You just gave him some support, and you're seeing Romul cracking, magic this kind of silver flames coming through his skin, certain aspects of him. He's just kind of like glowing with this kind of divine energy. But what would have happened too when Romul brought it in is that you're all here. And this is a lot of divine energy floating around in space. So as the energy of the storm is being pulled in the two of them, almost like radioactive spiders and just being close to it, all of you receive a little bit of a divine spark. So everyone has a new feature called Divine Spark that is custom to your class. So you should take a second and look at them. They will be in your features.
The very
It'll be like the last thing, and the way it's set up, you don't have to click on it, but then it'll expand. But it should say Divine
click on it,
Spark.
okay.
Yeah.
hell yeah,
Which one are you even looking at? I don't even know.
the druid one. Wild shape can now be used
Yes.
an unlimited amount of times. Beast spells can now cast any druid spells. What does that mean?
So you had the ability B spells that was limited to verbal somatic. So like, you know, have some of your spells like you require this material component to cast it. You ignore all of that. So when you're in a wild shape form, you can essentially cast any of your druid spells.
Oh, hell yes. And you can cast spell shape change without expending a spell slot. Conjure animals fails every time you cast
I put in JP's. I said at the very bottom, like conjure animals fails every time you try and use it, and I put JK.
It's pretty good. Oh yes, you bitches can be inspired unlimitedly.
And you can inspire yourself.
Fuck yes. Long rest max. What does that mean? Song of Rest max is all hit dice used.
There, you have the Song of Rest ability. A lot of what I did was just take features you all had and just
Yeah,
made
just
them
expand
better,
it.
or just So
Yes.
I like whenever you did a short rest before, you could have done Song of Rest and everyone got like an extra like D12 or something. But now when you do Song of Rest, if you all do a short rest, if they spend hit dies, they're just maximum hit die. So it's not just a bonus die. Instead of rolling like I roll my hit die, oh man, I got a 1 on my D10. Oh no, that's a 10. It's just it's maxed. Every hit die they spend is a max. And Justin's did not get a Divine Spark. He got Divine Flame, which is pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Or Divine Fire.
I'm happy. I'm happy in one of the descriptions you put within reason.
Yeah.
Because my mind,
my
mind almost ran away from me.
Well, I mean, who knows what that is, right? Like we could just. That's not to scare you, right? But that was me saying if there's an audience, someone picked up that feat and added it. It's just like talk to your DM about what is possible and what's not. Do you want to tell them what the ability is, or because I feel like that'll be like hard to explain.
Just let us discover it.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah. Cool. Anybody else have questions about their Divine Sparks?
So, if I hit level 20, does that mean that I can extra attack or get the 5 attacks in a turn?
Yep. Yeah, you'll have an extra. Mm-hmm.
Woo! As if I wasn't already hitting a lot.
Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah, also, I felt like I kind of liked how I did it because instead of giving you guys new abilities, I kind of enjoyed it because, our characters are so complex as it is. All of you except for Justin. Justin's got a lot of stuff he's playing with, or a couple cool things to play with. I'm like, let's just expand on what you already have and just make them better, so it's a little less complex. But I can't go in. It was too complex for me to go in and change your features individually. So it's up to you guys to remember your changes, right?
Yeah.
All right. Everyone done looking over their new fancies. So let me ask actually a question on the board. I think this is Quaylen. I think you got turned into something. Is this supposed to be Quaylen? I have this token on the board. I don't remember what it was for.
Maybe it was a unicorn.
Oh yeah, unicorn did get summoned, right? But then where's Quaylen at?
Is he one of the bears?
I think he was a bear.
He was a bear. I thought I only summoned.
You summoned 2 and one of those is a bear. Is one of you is you?
I think so, yeah. Yeah.
Let me take a quick look around. There's Orvex under the lightning elemental. Chariot of the Purple Dragon. Bombard. Oh! Quaylen's on the Bombard.
Ah, there you are. Unless I moved your token down there after you transformed, but I was looking for your token as far as I know you're there. So, as far as I know, you're there. All right. Karsus looks across the plane of limbo over to Romuald. And he goes, there can only be one. He is not going to be going down without a fight. He does not want an equal. He wants mastery. I think, Romuald, we are using your action for you to be kind of harnessing the energy. So if it's okay with you, we're going to be moving on to the next in line.
No, that's perfect. I need to think. About what I'm gonna do, anyways.
All right. And I'm going to give you guys a choice, actually. So when the storm was active, right, we were doing the wild magic, and I wasn't using any crazy tables. I was just using the generic wild magic surges, except for one change. One of them was like, you get all your sorcery points back because it's a sorcerer's table. I think I changed that to something else. I don't remember what it was. I'll leave it up to you guys if you want that little extra chaos. Does anybody want that? Because in my opinion, the storm going away could mean the wild magic stuff randomness ceases. Or if you guys like the fun of the little bit extra chaos and all of it, we can keep it going. And remember, it triggered any spell, or if you gained any benefit from like a magic item, whether it's like your +1 armor takes a hit, or if you attack with a magic weapon, it would trigger a wild magic surge at the end of your turn. Anybody want it to keep going? Anybody like the little extra chaos?
I'm in favor.
Yeah. Anybody going, it's too complex for me? Cool.
I'm fine either way.
Sweet. All right, so we will keep it up because I think this cloud kill spell that is manifested has I think he has the fly on him, and that came from a wild magic surge. If anybody's curious, because I don't really care if you guys see it, this is the wheel. I did make it just so it would be quicker in the moment. All right. All right, so he does have fly. So 60 feet. What was he like here? Oh yeah, pick up. So 60 does get him here. All right, so it's going to swing up to North Bear here, Quaylen, one of your bears, and is going to try and reach out and hit him with magic. 13 to hit on the bear?
The one up top.
Yeah. Did you say yes, JP? Or no?
What's that? You said 13 to hit on the bear?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were saying damage. What is the AC of that guy? 1 second. Forgot to pull up the bears and beta encounter. Space bears. Their AC. Yeah, their AC is 12.
All right, so it does hit. So that one on the first hit, it's going to take 18 poison damage. And then the second attack is also a hit for the 15. So another 18 plus 26 poison damage on the bear.
So 26 total.
18 plus 26.
Oh,
18
well, he's
the
dead.
first hit. Okay, so one of the bears goes out from the cloud kill spell. Oh yeah, friendly reminder, you guys got a taste of it last time with Karsa's, but I am using a stat block from Matt Colville's Flea Mortals, which has different mechanics in it. So I think we got a taste of him in his original form, doing like multiple spells a turn was one of them, reactions, and I don't know if the villainous actions have come up. So you will see things operate a little differently with him. And you're about to be introduced, I think for the first time, to a villain action. No, this is essentially a much more powerful version of like a legendary action. But even as strong as it is, no, he can only use this ability one time through the whole... he can do it more than once. But like he can't just keep spamming it. It's once a round he can do it rather than 3 times a round. Does that make sense? They're They're more powerful legendary actions, but he can't use them as often. Is the best way to look at it.
So basically, it's condensing the power of 3 legendary actions into just one go.
Exactly. And
So
yeah,
that
these
way it
guys
makes
are
it easier on the turn order stuff.
yeah, and also the idea is that a lot of the design theory about a lot of the stuff in that book is like, oh, if you wanted to do like a solo boss without minions, a lot of D&D 5e is designed around like, oh, you're fighting the Lich with an army of undead. Like this is a spellcaster built mechanically so you can solo. As a DM, I can run them solo potentially. You guys are still very powerful, but all right. Because after the end of that spell, Cloud Kill's turn, he's going to use his first villainous action. All right. So, Cadmail and Orcfo. I need the two of you to make dexterity saving throws. Oh, yeah, and a friendly reminder. So there's Tatiana was destroyed at one point, but Romuald also restored her when he came back and took on the divinity spark. And so her form, though, did reform. And so Karsus is literally like a spectral spirit, like echoed on her form.
Yeah, D&D
Orc
Beyond
foe
is-
failed.
Okay.
D&D Beyond is not wanting to cooperate today for some reason. Like I click on the dex save thing and it opens the sidebar for saving throws.
Are you logged in?
Yes.
Because sometimes the sheets will be like, why is it not working? And it's like, because you're not logged in.
Yeah, it's just not. Can I use? Okay, I can right click and hit roll. So alright, I have a 20.
Oh, you're right. I'm on your sheet and it's not working.
Yeah, it's very weird, but whatever. I'll live. I have an artificial 20.
Yeah, I don't know if that's because do you have the Beyond extension up?
Yeah.
Jeff, do you have the Beyond extension up?
No.
Yeah, I wonder if that's just messing with it. But yeah, but you can right click on it. Okay, so 20. That is a failure.
Artificially.
Yep.
Yeah, there's no way I'm gonna re-roll better than that.
Okay.
Let me check real quick.
You guys have so many
The
features.
mask, maybe. I forget if I've used the mask since the quote-unquote
Reset.
long rest.
Yeah. I trust
that
you to
does
have
have
marked it if it's not marked.
Remember, there's nothing for me to mark for charge.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to go with. I'm
gonna
going
say
to
you
play it
still
safe
have
and
it.
save.
Because he's been throwing spells, but it wasn't like too like crazy stuff. Like I really don't think you would have had to have used it with how quick the turnaround was from the long rest. You've maybe had like a turn, and he's had like a turn, so I think you're fine.
Yeah. Either way, I'm just going to take it.
Okay. All right. So from him, excuse me. This also includes the bears. I was focusing on players. The three bear or the two bears that are still alive need to make dexterity saving throws, JP. But while he's doing that, the two of you from him, he just kind of holds up the staff of the Forgotten One, and there's this burst of energy from it, and these like necrotic chains wrap around the two of your forms, inflicting 32 necrotic damage to the two of you. And then you're both restrained as these like necrotic chains, or actually they're probably like chains of force mixed with necrotic, are like wrapping around your bodies. But you are restrained currently. All right, so let's go start. This one failed. Do they even have a modifier to their decks?
2 fails.
Yep, that's 2 fails. So they both will take 32 necrotic damage, and they're so all of you are restrained. Okay. It's this lightning spell's turn. All right, so it will shoot a bolt of lightning at Ramiel and Tingles. So you see this like and shoot out at the 2 of you.
And this isn't a spell, right? This is just like...
I think I ruled it that it's like technically you could argue it's not a spell, but I did think I ruled it last time that it acts like a spell. So if someone wanted to counterspell it, they could. Because I think it's just more fun. It makes sense if it's like doing the spell that you could try and counterspell it.
Yeah, I guess the question is, do I want to burn a counter right now? Would it counter what's attacking me and Justin?
Yeah, it's like he's casting the lightning bolt spell, so it would stop it from doing anything to either of you if you counterspell it.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna counterspell it.
Okay. And the easy thing to know is like it's not like a spellcaster, it's not upcasting it, so a level 3 counterspell, a normal counterspell does counter it.
Yeah, I was doing level 3.
Excellent.
Is Karsus in the turn order? Or is it special?
Oh. Why is he? Oh, I replaced his token. Fuck. Oh, this is the one I was doing the weird thing earlier. I'm sorry. Remember last time I was like, one of these songs had a weird thing that was annoying. It was that one. Give me a second. Let me look up the old VOD and see what he was turn order he was. I updated his token with something a little more representative. But it should be pretty easy for me to see it in the last session. Is 10. Thank you for noting that. All right. This thing's turn. It can still move. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I did forget a wild magic surge for this one because it is made of magic. So definitely is triggering. So. All right. Got the pink bubbles one. And then this one, I'm rolling for the lightning spell. It cannot get drunk, and now I'm doing one for Tingles when he did counterspell. Up to 3 creatures you can choose within 30 feet of you, Tingles, can take 4d10 lightning damage. Unfortunately, the only 2 creatures that you would probably want to do that to in a range are made out of lightning.
Well, I mean, might just...
Unless you want to hit Ramiel with it. Yeah.
It's like side-eye to Ramiel.
Let me make sure they're not immune to lightning. Yeah, they are immune. So, but you do counterspell. I love the idea you split the lightning bolt and it hits the 2 of them. It actually works out very thematically. All right. I know the fuckeries and the ships are in the turn order, but they are, except for Tingle's ship. Ship fuckery, it does have a captain. The other ones, unfortunately, the undead are being disabled by Tatiana, essentially. So right now it's Cadmail. Oh, ship fuckery is in the turn for that reason. So ship fuckery's turn. Yep.
So basically, I was just gonna kamikaze ship fuckery into the guy because there's nothing else you can do. But
keep in mind, I think we talked about kamikazing with the ship. It's like it's not what you're imagining it to be. You're not like ramming at your full speed is like going like 15 miles per hour.
Right. Yeah. You ever see that? What movie was that from?
I'm thinking of
Was it Austin Powers?
Austin Powers with the steamroller or like the big roller.
He's like, stop!
Get out of the... There's another one where someone's like, and something moves like, get out of the way, move, like, ah. It's like moving really slow.
I don't know. Force is mass times velocity, though. Mass is pretty high.
I mean, you can
That's true.
argue with me on that. I'm not a scientist. Or
I don't
physicist.
know.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, I don't know. He'll just slowly shove him. Start pushing.
What is your movement speed?
It's on Finkel's feet. It's just 35 feet. 4 miles per hour. It's just coasting. I don't know. It's just moving. Yep. Yep.
How to dash you get there? I guess if you want, you can like attempt to ram this guy here. Does it have like a claw attack on the front of it? Right? You do have those blades, I guess. So it's like crunch. Go ahead and roll 3d6 damage or 3d6 for me. The problem here is like, I guess the question is, do you also hit Cadmail and the Bears and Orgfo?
I mean, no. I don't want to do that.
All right, so you'll stop on top of, you hit this cloud kill here for 12 damage. There you go. You didn't have to even roll the hit or anything. It just does damage, just not a lot.
Yeah.
All right, Cadmail, then Tingles.
All right. Well, would I make a strength check to break out of the restraints?
Unfortunately not. You can make a save at the end of your turn.
End of my turn. Okay. So, this shall be... I'm going to edit this to make sure I've got the correct number of turns used for my potion of speed. So, that's going to be 4 attacks at disadvantage, because restrained, against Mr. Spellcaster there. 26 to hit.
All right, I need you to make a charisma saving throw for me.
7. I'm going to use Indomitable and re-roll that, because I'm pretty sure that's a failure.
Maybe.
19.
19 is a failure. And
Oh.
as a reaction, as you attack him, he teleports you.
Do I get the damage off at least?
Let's see here. When a creature first uses you do not get the attack roll off. As soon as he sees the attack coming, he casts it essentially. Because then there's a second layer to it. Like, it's like, because the triggering attack, the attacker must choose a new target or the attack misses.
Okay. Well, I think he just moved me instead of him.
No, he moved you 60 feet. Sorry, if I said him, he used a reaction to teleport you 60 feet.
Oh. Fun.
And
Well,
the unfortunate is that you're still restrained. The chains go with you.
shite. Okay, well, there goes that attack, because it's not like I'm going to attack the ship fuckery or Orvex. So,
I
let's
don't
see
think
if there's
anything else
anything
you can do unless you have bonus actions like taking or like some sort of drink another potion or something like that.
Let's see, because that. Let's see. Stirring. We can. All right. I'm going to take this to use the Wakened option on the Moon Touched Dragon Sword. So I'm going to need a dexterity saving throw from this guy here.
All right.
Yes, I would like to not hit the ship fuckery, because I'm imagining that thing is above the ship fuckery in some capacity that I can avoid hitting the ship.
Mm-hmm. Is this the like AoE cone attack?
Yes.
Sweet. Failure for sure.
Yeah, actually, let me each creature, yeah, okay, so each creature in that area, so unless I can, wait a sec, 60 feet. Oh.
And this one, I believe, is polymorphed into a duck. Currently.
Which one?
You see where, does it say is a duck right here? I think this one
that, yes.
Yeah, I think he wild magic surged into a duck.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna still go with the Cloud Kill one. So that is 8d6 damage of the weapon's type, except Ascendant adds another 3d6, so that's 11d6, I believe?
Like a d6.
I think so. Oh, the cone increases 60 foot, save DC to 18, damage increases 12d6. Okay. So 48 damage on a fail, half as much on a success on that DC 18 save.
He failed and takes all 48 damage. I'm trying to see how long that guy's a duck. So I'm looking at the wild magic, see which one it was. Let's see here. I'm assuming that's why that says it's a duck. Yeah, I don't know why he's a duck. I didn't see it right away. I do see a polymorph thing, but it turns into a sheep.
Yeah, that is the end of my turn, so what, charisma save?
I think it's a dexterity save for the chains.
Okay. Wait a sec. So, when not incapacitated, so does this count as a spell or other harmful effect that targets only me?
It technically didn't only target just you, it targeted multiple creatures.
Dang it, I have not been able to use that, but...
What is it? What is the feature?
Shield Master, which is it gives me a +5 when I'm not incapacitated, when I'm not incapacitated, you add your shield's AC bonus to dex saves against a spell or other harmful effect that targets only you.
I think the intent of that is you can't use it for like fireball and AoE attacks. So I do think in this case it would be applicable because it's technically not AoE and it's still hitting multiple single targets. So I'd give it to you.
Okay. Hooray. That is, I think, flat roll. Fuck, Indomitable time.
It's weird when your modifier for anything is not +15. Okay. So unfortunately, you're still restrained.
You know what? Screw it. If I can, I'm going to use the mask.
Yep. You'll use your one charge and choose to succeed instead. All right. Tingles and Orkfo.
All right. I'm going to do magic. We're attack. So I'm looking at all the tokens. This guy is still a guy.
Sorry, we have...
It's literally going off the screen. Oh, but I'm not frightened by Karsus anymore, I think, because
you
that
cast
was
grease centered on
next
yourself. So now there's grease all over that. I'm not going to worry about doing like the effect and stuff. Just be like Orvex falls over because you can fly. All right, go ahead, Tingles.
Oh! How could you?
So I know these lightning clouds have appeared, but this guy is still the guy we're going after, right?
Correct.
Where is Tingles?
Pinging him. He's in the
Where is
very
he?
center of the map.
Oh.
Big map who dis?
Oh
Shit.
Okay.
Sorry. I forgot to do. He did a reaction thing that had a magical thing going on. So Karsus also needs to do. I did a wild magic thing, and he's targeting polymorph on himself now. So he needs to make a save against himself for polymorph. That shit is crazy. What kind of save is this? This is a wisdom saving throw. All right. Oh, okay. Against his spell save. Karsus just got turned into a sheep.
Oh yeah. Okay. There's these two things next to us, and then these two things down here, and then this guy. Is he the one that's a sheep?
Yep.
Okay. My goodness. That's to zoom out a bit. Oh, I can hit him. All right. I'm gonna do magic missile. Fifth level, so that's 7. 7 d4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 17 plus 7, 24. And Romual's inspired. I don't think anyone else is in range to hear me. So I guess I can
Within
inspire
60
myself.
feet?
Cadmiel might be. Yeah,
Cadmiel's within 50.
Oh, is that you? Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, you've been inspired, bitch. Yeah. And I'm inspired.
All right. So what do you do with that 17 there?
I shot the sheep.
The
guy.
sheriff.
You shot
Hey,
the sheep.
Yeah.
You're gonna hate me for telling you this.
Oh no.
So he cast polymorph on himself. He was going to stay a sheep for an hour.
Oh, and I just like did something.
You just pulled him out of it with your damage, essentially.
God. I counter my own spell.
So Romual counters your spell.
No,
as it goes
dumbass.
Let me see how much HP a sheep has, to be fair.
Does your vicious
24.
mockery just hurt the sheep but don't knock it out?
More than 24.
Yeah. So he turns into a sheep and then immediately turns back.
If I would have known that, I would have done it like at a lower level or something. I don't know. All right, that's fine. Well, I say it's fine. You guys might be pissed, but it's fine, guys. It's cool. Do I have something happen to me since I cast a spell?
Yep. I honestly didn't know what he was going to do about that. I guess he was kind of mind controlling the spell, so he maybe would have attacked himself, to be fair, with one of the spells. You're frightened by the nearest creature until the end of your next turn, so you're afraid of Romual until the end of your next turn.
I'm sorry, man.
His divinity is too much. All right, Orkfo.
Cool. I was going to ask who's a sheep, but it sounded like I don't need to know the answer to that anymore.
Karsus was a sheep.
Jeez. All right. So he's right in front of me, but I am restrained, so attacks on him will be a disadvantage. I can negate that with Reckless. What's going? Like, how am I restrained? It's like a magical effect that's holding me.
It's a magical effect that's holding you in. Yeah, essentially. Yep.
So, like, if I turned into a dragon, like, let me just ask that it wouldn't break the restrained.
It wouldn't break it.
Condition?
It would kind of it would grow in size with you.
Okay, that's what I thought. That was where my
Good
logic
question.
went. Yeah, I'm going to attack recklessly, and I now get 3 of them. So let's go for it. On the Karsus man, does a 25 hit?
25, I'm pretty sure does. It does.
Cool. For 23 slashing. And we're not immune to fire, are we?
Good question. Resistant to fire.
Okay, I'm going to reroll that because that's a 1 and a 2. Cool. So 8 half to 4 of fire.
Okay.
And I will go again.
If you don't crit, by the way,
nat
Jeff,
1.
the
Yeah.
game, game's over. If from now to the end of the campaign, if you don't crit one time,
Yeah.
this whole campaign was a failure.
We flipped the table.
We flipped the table.
That's a nat 1.
Yeah,
So I'm going to go again. So that one should succeed for a 30. Let me re-roll that 1. So 20, add 3, 23 slashing, and...
You're re-rolling the 1 because you have a feature that does the re-roll?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So that turned that into a 23 total, and then another 2, so 25 total.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I have a bonus action I can do. Which one am I going to do? Yeah, I'll do Second Wind, 1d10 plus 2.
Robert's here. Yeah, Robert, they all got bamfed up new features with Romul's little Ascension going on, and his crit's really good, but he has to crit for it to happen. And Orkvo, unfortunately, has had a bad run of like never getting crits. It's been very sad.
Very sad. I get crits on like dumb stuff. I think that's my turn because I can't move. Yep.
So, oh yeah, Wild Magic Surge for you. Oops, I accidentally closed that window. Where's it at? For some reason, that little thing does not like Chrome. So 1 second. All right.
I have 2 written down from last time. I'm not sure how many rounds. Like, I have an immunity to magic missile for 8 rounds. There were at least 2 into that. And then I think it was probably originally 10 rounds, and it's plus 2 to the AC. I'm not sure how long that lasts for.
You can take 1 additional action immediately.
Ooh, I like that.
Mm-hmm.
I think all I can do is attack.
I mean, you could technically just dash
dodge,
into nowhere.
but that's yeah. I'll attack again.
Because remember that
3 more attacks, right?
Yeah, 3 more attacks. Yep.
29 to hit, 21 slashing, and I can never find the fire one there. 6 half to 3 fire.
All right.
Does a 22 hit?
22 does hit.
Cool. For 19 slashing and 10 half to 5 fire.
I just realized, to
And
be
a
fair, with my
17.
polymorph, I didn't roll advantage for him, and I just did a practice roll. He would have succeeded JP, so
Don't feel bad.
yeah, he should have succeeded. in the beginning.
17, I'm sure misses.
Yep, correct. Misses.
Cool. I'm done.
Excellent. All right. All right, so that guy was a duck for some reason. I'm going to say whatever that effect was ends at the end of his turn, so he just kind of like wastes his turn as a duck. And then we'll move on to the next guy. Who will move up to... Oh yeah, do a charisma... No, excuse me, dexterity saving throw, Orkvo, to see if you can break the chains now.
Okay. That's a disadvantage, right? Because of
no,
restrained.
Oh, that would be a... Is that true?
I think it is. Either way, I don't think I succeeded.
Oh. Damn, that's a really nasty 1-2 punch then.
Yep.
Really locks you down.
I'm stuck.
Oh, wait, disadvantage on dex saves.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, that's wonderful. So, strike. I'm glad I have a way to avoid that. Or
I think
had,
that makes it
now
a
that it's
straight
used.
roll for me because it's an effect I can
Dangerous
see,
sense.
but,
Yeah, 100%.
but like I still failed.
Yeah. Don't forget about bardic inspirations and stuff like that as needed.
Yeah, speaking of, did Tingley give me one, or is that,
I thought he did.
did he give it to Romeo? And yeah.
Funny enough, I thought I put the breast cancer awareness on you, but...
Yeah, but I am also no longer restrained. Oh wait, that boots for the haste.
Yeah, I didn't put any restraint stuff on you guys just because there were so many of you and I didn't feel like wasting time. Okay, so this one rolls up to you, Cadmiel. It does roll at an advantage because of the restraint, right?
No, I'm no
Yeah.
longer restrained.
Oh, that's right. You did legendary action or resistance. Thank you.
Yes.
All right. Rolls up at a normal roll for a nat 20.
Misses.
Yeah. To be fair, as we all know, it's like, well, I canceled that. I'm going to re-roll that with the silvery barbs. I'm not.
I mean,
No.
at this point, I could. Let me double check the feat plus 6. So I could, at this point, have a 34 AC for using a reaction, but 33 damage.
33 poison damage. And then second attack is a 27 total.
27 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even need to use my reaction. I've got 26 plus 2 thanks to haste.
Jesus Christ. Okay. All right, I believe that brings us to Cadmail, or not Cadmail, Quaylen's turn. Need to do a surge for him.
Wieners.
Oh! Interesting.
Oh,
You feel a little exposed, Cadmail.
He's naked.
what the fuck?
You feel like if you get hit with piercing, it'll hurt worse. Okay, Quaylen. Oh, shit.
Quaylen.
Quaylen, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw because you were in range of that villainous action. And because I forgot about your token.
18.
18 was a fail. So you
That's
would
fair.
have the restrained condition with the chains on you.
Well, this is horse shit.
Oh,
What if I just like turn into a T-Rex? Does that still?
We had the same thing with Jeff asked if you turn into a dragon. You can turn into it, but the chains will still just be around your form.
But I don't believe it will.
This
and
is
you
my
know, if you don't believe it, then it
Nate.
doesn't happen.
I can imagine whatever I want to have happen, and it'll happen. Robert just said Wiener's magic.
Magical wiener.
There is a magical thing you can do to
Wait,
get out of it, but that's all I'll say.
A magical thing I can do to get out of it.
I don't know if you have the capability, and I don't know if our two marshals have the capability, but
Can I make a guess?
you could, yeah. I am giving you guys some hints.
Is doing your own teleportation?
I have transport via plant. That's the one, isn't it?
Quaylen's experience is druids in space. I can't do jack shit.
I go from this space plant to that space plant. What space plant? I don't know. Okay.
Quaylen growing trees on the decks of the different ships, that would be pretty cool.
Yeah, that would have been dope.
Man, my audio's all messed up for like my little music player. I feel like it's like loud and then very quiet and then loud and then very quiet. It's been bugging the shit out of me for like 2 or 3 sessions.
Where is Quaylen's token, by the way?
Yeah, you're on the back of the blunderbuss.
Okay, way down there. All right.
I guess you're concentrating technically on your... Oh, you would have... Oh, fuck. Sorry. All the things. You would have taken damage with that. So then there would have been a concentration check on your bears. The bears. So you would have taken... I did a roll for that earlier. Let's see if I can find it. You would have taken 32 necrotic damage as Quaylen. So you need to make a Constitution saving throw and get a 16 or higher. So 16 necrotic to Quaylen.
Bears are gone.
You don't have advantage on your save, right? You're not forgetting feet.
I'm double checking now.
You have tough. Didn't you take tough like a long time ago?
Yeah, but I thought tough just...
Oh, it doesn't
Increase
do like...
your HP.
Yeah, it doesn't do con stuff. I don't know.
Well, I have Warcaster. You have advantage on Constitution saving throws, so... Why isn't that showing up as advantage in the saving throw section now?
Well,
That's
now you
weird.
know. Or feats don't trigger the little thingy-majiggies like normal features do.
Okay, well, let me... I got a 17!
You have Warcaster?
Woo! Yeah, for Quaylen. I picked it up because I didn't know what to pick up, so I just picked it up.
You can use your action to make an opportunity attack. Eventually make sure...
But it says you have advantage on con saving throws.
Beautiful. 17 is enough. So the bears are still up.
The Bears.
It's
Dick
the
guy.
bird.
Did you know that Tingles also has like a healing ability as a reaction or something?
There's a lot I don't
There's
know.
a lot on your guys' sheets. I was looking through your guys' feeds. I'm like, God dang, they got so much
Yeah.
shit.
Every time, like, I have to read all the feats, like, in between moves. They'll be like, shit, is there something I could be doing right now? Like,
All right, so what's your move?
like I did forget about Song of Rest
yeah,
for short rest, and then when you said that, I was like, I hope nobody thinks about that.
All right,
Well,
well,
I
thank you for your
wasn't.
patience. You are up finally, but you are restrained.
Okay, so okay. There is not much I can do. I mean, I can. Shit. I think. All right. I'm just. Yeah, I'm just gonna do ice knife and throw them
That
at.
would technically hit the bears and Orkvo and the unicorn, technically.
Ice knife?
Right?
It
Doesn't it
shatters.
You're gonna ice
explode when it
storm?
hits?
You create sharp ice
it
and filling creatures
explodes. Yeah. Oh, I guess I'll fucking wild shape. I guess I don't know.
What
Really
you wild shaping
need to-
into?
Pick some better. Just a bear. Just bear me.
I'm just gonna make you bigger, and then change your name, Quailin Bear.
I'm a big bear.
All right.
I'm a snake.
I'm a snake.
I think you can change the bonus action. You technically still have an action,
I still have an action.
right? I think as a circle the moon, you can transform as a bonus action.
You're correct. Does anyone need some healing? Man, I'll just heal myself.
I definitely
You can't.
use some
Well,
heals.
okay. So you would heal yourself and then turn into the bear, because healing yourself as the bear does nothing, because you now have the bear's HP at max.
Oh. Well then, no, I ain't doing shit.
I mean,
'Cause there's no
Cadmail
point in
is
healing
down
me if I'm
to
gonna
bloody.
take on the bears. I don't know if I can reach you though with what I have for healing.
I mean, it's 50 feet.
Oh, Quaylin's like 100 feet from you. I think he'll.
Oh,
Yeah,
Quaylen,
I-
yeah, duh.
Yeah. Yeah, just
105.
I don't know. There's not much else I can do. I'll just move closer.
You can't move. Bears up.
Oh shit! All right, I ain't doing shit. I'm not doing anything. Fuck it.
Bears. Down.
Oh, fuck yourself.
Can I like
Uh,
bite the chains?
Well, it is your. You now can make a dexterity saving throw as the bear.
Okay. Do I still get advantage on it even though I'm the bear? Or no, that was Constitution saving throw. Never mind. Okay. 20, nat 20. I'm not restrained.
What is the bear's modifier?
Maybe what's the bear's modifier? It's a nat 20.
Nat 20 is not an automatic success for skills and saves.
This is horse shit, Nate.
Does the bear not have a modifier at all? For Dex?
Modifier for what? Dex?
Dex.
Plus 0. What?
According to the rules, you have not
Oh my
broken
God.
free. But for the spirit of the frustration of everything going on, I will allow nat 20 to be
Right.
enough for you to break free at the end of your turn. All right, now it's the bear's turns.
All right. I'm tired of going. I'm going to cancel these bears.
That's your fault for conjuring bears, man.
I know it. All right. Multi-attack. So he's going to bite this one. He's gonna
Also, can't
bite
you turn
him.
into it? Anyways, I'm not gonna. Okay, go ahead and try and bite.
Let's. All right. So that's 23. That hits, right?
23 does.
Yeah. And that's 11.
Mm-hmm.
Does a 9 hit? No.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. Next one. 11 does not hit, right?
Oh, interesting. 11 does not hit.
Yeah. What about a 21?
21 just hits.
12. All right.
Romul.
Okay. We got a long rest level up, right?
Yep.
I just want to make sure I'm in the right spot. All right. So I have a question. if you can. So if I have a spell that has multiple projectiles, can I change the nature of each of them in a different way?
What spell are you thinking about, and what do you think about doing? I think that'd be the easiest way to kind of just figure out what we're working with.
Meteor Swarm. This is the spell I'm thinking about.
Hey, okay, so what were you thinking of doing to your Meteor Swarm?
Well, I want one of them to be a sphere, and I want 3 of them to be beams.
Beams. All. I feel like yes is an easy enough answer here because the damage won't change much, and with your sculpting ability that's been amped up, it's not like it's going to bother any of them, right? I guess it's the ships is the biggest issue.
Yeah, the ship.
The ships. Yeah. I'm fucking here for it.
So I'd like to change the bludgeoning to force damage, if that's okay.
Sure.
And I'm going to overchannel it.
Oh. Oh no.
All right. So I need to do deck saves, right?
Yes.
All right. Who do you want me to roll for first?
I guess. So the 3 beams are going to be Karsus and the 2 Cloud Kill.
I still think I would. So the 3 beams, like, because Meteor Swarm is normally 4 instances, right?
If they punch through and hit the ship, I'm totally fine with that. I'm really
it's
just
more about the
experimenting.
triggering of the damage, right? Because I won't have him do three triggers, right? Because normally Meteor Swarm, it's like you get 1 trigger even if you're overlapping. Does that make sense?
No. Yeah. I'm not. That's not what I was hoping for at all.
Okay. So the 3 beams at him. What are you trying to do with the 3 beams then?
1 on him, and then the other 2 on the.
Oh, it's not 3 beams on Car. I heard 3 beams on
No.
Karsus. Okay, I got you. I'm with you now. 1 on Karsus.
3 beams. Yeah. It's 1 on Karsus, and the other 2 on the Cloud Kill elementals.
Gotcha.
And then the sphere will be on the lightning elementals, and I'll sculpt it around whoever needs to be sculpted around.
All right.
And then you have force damage and fire damage.
Force damage and fire damage. So we will start with Karsus. So that would be the 20d6, 20d6, right? Go ahead and roll them separately for me.
Well, I'm over channeling it.
Oh, that's right. So it's max damage, right? Yeah.
It's going to be 248.
248 damage. Half of that force damage. So what is that? 124 would have been half of that. Is halved. He is resistant to force damage. So that'll be 124 plus 62. I think I did that right. 2 because it's half and half. So 124, 124. And then one of those 24s is half to 62. Yeah, 62 plus 124 is 186. Bam. And that's so the total right now is sitting at 186. Now he has to do the save, right?
Yeah.
So there's still a save involved here. Dexterity saving throw. Okay. Decent number. Okay. So his total is a 20 on the dex save. But he will use an ability called Draining Resistance. So he chooses to succeed, very much like a legendary resistance, but it comes with a debuff to himself, which I think is really cool. And I'll go ahead and tell you what the debuff is. So he uses his Draining Resistance, but now he'll have disadvantage on all of his spell attacks until the end of his next turn.
Ooh.
So the 186 will be halved. to 93. All right, Karsus done a turn his own.
And all the rest of them,
Uh-huh.
they're all still up.
Or I haven't gotten to them yet. I just finished Karsus, right? Because now I got to do saving throws. But the total of that, though, was what, 214, right? And you're over channeling
248.
the over channel ability. Is it one instance or is it just all damage?
It's the spell, I believe. When you cast a spell, first through fifth, that doesn't matter. You could deal with that spell.
That's all of it to it. Cool. Because I think there's something that you have, right, that's like add damage to like one instance of it. So that doesn't apply here.
Yeah.
So it will be maxed at 214 for one.
240.
Or 240.
It'll just be
excuse me.
240. Yeah.
Yeah. So even with saves. Fuck yeah. So
And then,
Romuald just fucking. You guys seen him do the meteor swarm before, but this was on a whole nother level. And for some reason, 3 of them came down. Do you want to describe what the beams look like?
Almost, I guess, like cosmic rays.
Love it.
Like just a ray of light.
So I feel like Tingles, you'd have the best view of this as Romuald's there casting this spell, and like the silvery flames are coming out of his cracks, and they like he like Goku flares for a second, and you see the meteor just kind of manifest and come flying at you, and you're like, oh, that sucks. But you just see these 3 divine beings just cutting through stuff. That was on a whole nother level of crazy. Justin, whenever you use that ability, you have to go my weave at the end of every turn.
Right. It's like I'm using my weave.
My weave. All right. Anything else?
No, that's it.
All right. Karsus' turn. Oh. Let's see if you turn into a sheep.
Oh, right. I guess I was going to move, but it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, do you go ahead and move? That's totally fine. And then after you're done moving, you can teleport 60 feet wherever you want. All right.
Oh, okay. In that case, can I just move?
You have a lot of flexibility here. Yeah. Normal, do your normal movement, and then you have an extra 60 on top of it to do as you wish.
Yeah, so if I can move 110 feet up, and then I'm going to move 60 feet over. Yeah, by the way, JP, I really wanted to say, like, the light of judgment.
Right. I was waiting for you to say it.
Oh. All right. All right. So. I'll go ahead and do Jeff since he's there. Jeff, make a wisdom saving throw.
All right. 17.
Actually, that doesn't matter. Just kidding. That would have been a failure, but it doesn't matter because the effect was going to be a restrained thing. So I don't think he would do that with you. Instead, he does it to Cadmiel. Cadmiel, wisdom saving throw for me.
It's 20 total.
20 total. 20 is a
Wait.
fail.
Bardic Inspiration. What is that, a D12 right now?
Mm-hmm. Don't roll a 1.
I rolled a 1-2.
There you go. Excellent. You are not restrained.
I'm also no longer aware of breast cancer.
You're such a fickle supporter. All right, so then he does that. You just see this kind of blaring of this force energy going towards Cadmail, and then immediately, like, you see like little spectral versions of him within Tatiana. Tatiana turns and looks at you. Orphan, like, quickly turns with the staff and tries to hit you in the middle of the chest with it. So he's going to roll the hit. That'll be a 28 to hit. And I think he has advantage.
Yeah.
You're still restrained, right? Correct? Or am I wrong? Are you still restrained?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll roll for a crit. Not a crit. So 28 will hit. Um, 35 psychic damage.
Cool. I'm not resistant to that. But I will use my reaction, I think. Let me read that feature real quick.
Oh, the old Thorncleaver reaction ability.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever actually used it, and you've had that for like a year.
I haven't. Yeah, I've like saved it till I like get enough damage, and it's
Oh, that's
I've
fair.
never
Yeah,
used it,
that's
so I'm
totally
just
fair.
gonna use it. So 17 necrotic.
Goes back at him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Excellent. The debuff that comes with this, though, is what's really crazy. All your attacks are going to be doing half damage.
Okay.
But
Nate,
after
you're like
each-
mic cut out, like you're like getting quiet.
Oh,
All of a
I
sudden.
think it's because I was like leaning away from it and reading my screen.
Yeah, it's better.
Half
Damage.
damage, but after each of your attacks, you make a con save, and if you beat the save, it ends. So,
Okay.
hey, Robert, 28 doesn't always hit. He's like, he's
Hi.
like,
Yes, Cadmail's here.
Cadmiel, what is your AC right now?
28 without me using my reaction to give +6 to myself
so
or somebody.
don't be yelling at me, and don't be they're broken. There's so many abilities in D&D.
We do
literally
happen to
with
be
declare.
level 19 right now.
Yeah, 1%. That's truly not a complaint. Okay, that was his first attack after his glare, so he gets 3 more attacks still. Let's see here. Who we got around? We got bears around. He's smart enough to know that those aren't just spectral. All right, so then he's going to use a bonus action to turn into like a strange, like force-like form as Tatiana, and he's going to move. You still can do attacks of opportunities, but he's immune to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing. So I think the bears, it doesn't matter, but Orcfo, you technically could still potentially hit, but you used your
my
reaction.
reaction.
So,
Yep.
okay. 10, 15, 20, 25. Well, he's got huge movement, actually. He'll back up here, and then he's going to... I think he's going to focus fire. He's smart enough to try and do this. So he'll focus turn and then try and blast Orcfo. Oh, that's right. He has disadvantage, so that restrained rolling for crit wouldn't have happened anyway. So this is a straight roll against your restrained. Ooh, that's actually not a good roll. 18 to hit.
Yes.
So you see a bunch of fire damage go flying past you. He'll do the psychic attack towards Cadmail. And this is a normal or a disadvantage roll because you're not restrained or anything, but he does have disadvantage because of his debuff from his resistance thing he used.
Yes.
Not a good roll with disadvantage. That turns a 30 into a 21 instead, so a miss. All right. He'll turn that back around and do one more attack at Orkfo, seeing that since he's got him restrained. So straight roll. All right, that's what we hit. That'll be a 31 to hit. So he does hit you with a fire effect. So that's 39 fire damage. And another debuff occurs when you get hit. If you take both an action and a bonus action, you will trigger 5d6 fire damage at the end of your turn, just so you know. We're juggling a lot here. Yeah, that'll be you. So he's going to put a lot of space, actually.
If I take an action and a reaction, then
an action and a bonus action, you take 5d6 fire damage at the end of your turn. So he's
just for one turn, or
shit ton of. Correct.
Just don't use a bonus action.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
All right, he's got a shit ton of movement here. So give me. So that would be. Sorry, I actually gotta calculate his fucking movement out here. Because it's ×5 for intelligence modifier, right?
That's what you said.
Yeah. So his normal speed is about 150. And his bonus action allowed him to move that amount of speed. So he can move right now 230 feet. So let's see. Hill would put some distance. I think he's seen Cadmail zipping around like a motherfucker. So he will try and back up. You know what? He's going to get up in there. He moves up next to Romulo. Shitfuckery's turn. Jesus Christ.
There's someone kind of in the way. I was going to have it just back up and pull forward.
Beep, 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 beep.
I mean, I guess
you can back up into him if you want.
Yeah.
Put that shit in reverse, man. Just go
angle
ahead,
it. Miss.
Go ahead and roll your 3d6 damage.
Nine
bludgeoning to him. All right. Cadmail.
So I've definitely got the movement, thanks to haste, to get up to Karsus. So that's what I do.
It'd be fair.
What was that?
I was going to have him run away from you, but I think he closed the distance on Romulo. You have plenty of movement.
Yep. So also updating my turn counter with the Potion of Speed. As I go for, I will use Fighting Spirit. Temp HP in the bonus action, and the attacks. And you know what time it is. So split first into two with
you know
regular.
What time it is. He uses reaction to make you do a charisma saving throw. To be fair, you still might have enough movement to get back to him. This will be interesting.
That's a 9, so yeah, I failed that one.
All right.
Which I think I was like 30 or 45 or 30 to 40 feet from him.
All right, he moves you 60 feet back as a reaction.
Cool. I'm just gonna say that I used enough that I need to use the extra action from haste to get back up there.
10-4.
So, returning to last time on Cadmail's attacks.
You do waste that first one, though, just so you know.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, the second attack, which neither was at advantage because that's how I roll, 29 to hit.
29's a hit.
16 plus 12 is 28 damage.
Okay.
Now with advantage, 31 to hit. 16 plus 13, that's 29 damage. 30 to hit. 17 plus 10, that's 27 damage.
Okay.
Let me double check. Yeah, that's 2 with advantage so far. So let me do my third advantage roll. 28 to hit. 19 plus 9, that's 28 damage. Action Surge. Another. That's a crit. Which I think. Didn't we decide to do regular crits at this point?
Or
Is the, other
regular
thing was getting-
homebrew crit, which is just like max the first die.
Okay. So in
like,
that case.
If you click it, I usually just
yeah.
see what the D&D Beyond rolls, and then we just max the first one that shows up. Or if it doesn't do it, then it's 8 plus.
Oh, so
8 plus
it
8,
didn't
yeah.
roll
so
2
16,
die.
yeah.
So yeah.
Yep, in that case,
So
I would
16
say,
plus
don't roll
11
second.
is
Yeah.
27 on its own. And I keep forgetting, did that do anything to the bonus wrath damage? Like, do I roll extra die or just nothing?
I apologize. Your extra damage is also doubled. Yeah.
Okay. So,
But we're not maxing any
is-
of that. It's just normal doubling.
yeah. Okay, so 1 sec while I do the... So, 8 plus the 19, because it only rolled the 1d8, plus 9 plus 6. That's 42 damage on the crit.
Okay.
Alright, that is 1, 2, 3. That was the first. First of the 4 here, so...
What the fuck?
That is 2.
What?
Yeah,
That's
nat
2
20s.
nat 20s.
The
That's
fuck?
insane.
Jeff, you need to talk
Yeah,
to
I-
him. He's stealing all
What's-
your nat 20s.
You're
What is the
hacking
stats on
Gibson.
that? What's the possibility of that to happen?
It's 5% times. That's like
Well, if you think about it, technically your last 3 rolls were just nat 20s because it was the second roll in your last one, and then the next 2 in a row
Yeah.
were 20s. So D&D Beyond just gave you
The rolls
3
of that
nat
are
20s.
ridiculously low.
yeah, it's 5% of 5%. I think. So 8 plus 18 because that's the. It didn't roll the
Oh
extra
yeah, that's
die
actually a
on
good way
that.
to do it. Yep, 25.
12 plus 2 or plus 12. That is 50 on that one.
Jesus Christ. Love it.
28 to hit.
Yeah.
19 plus 8, that's 27. $23 to hit.
23 hits.
18 and 12, that's 30.
A pretty good round. And I took one of your fucking attacks away. And you still have action surges.
Yeah. So 1 sec while I add that up and see how much was through the whole turn.
Are you going to action surge or anything like that?
I did.
Oh, that was the action surge. I always just trust you to be doing what you're saying you're doing, so I wasn't really listening. I just kept listening to the rolls and damages.
Yeah, that's how I got so many attacks off.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So.
Did you really roll 3 natural 20s in a row?
Technically,
Yes.
Yeah.
That's 1 in 8,000.
Watch, I'm about to do the wild magic, and he's gonna get you to take another action.
Is that the 20?
That is 261 damage in a single turn.
You just triggered the fireball one.
Also, I still have my bonus action, so I'm going to bonus action Cure Wounds on myself.
Bonus action cure wounds?
Yes, because one of the magical effect things, the wild magics, any spells that take an action to cast instead take a bonus action. And I have Cure Wounds thanks to the gift of the
Ooh.
metallic dragon feet.
Did we tell you, did we say how long that lasts for? Did you write that down?
I think it's a minute, but I'm not 100%.
It's probably a minute. Do you think you could look up the wild magic table from Sorcerer and see if you can find that ability and just I think you're totally good, but let's just, after you're done, let's look up the cure wounds.
Let me take a look real quick because it's pretty quick.
All right. What is Fireball 20 feet radius?
Yeah, for the next minute, all your spells with a casting time of 1 action have a casting time of 1 bonus action.
Heck yeah. All right,
so
Cadmail,
5 HP I heal.
Karsus, and Romul make dexterity saving throws as a fireball goes off in your area.
Which one is the fireball one, number-wise?
What does it still show it? 07 to 08 is what I have on my wheel.
Oh, that's different from the one in the book, I think. Let me double check. Wild Magic Surge. 8 is what it is on the. According to the
does it say
picture
like
that I'm seeing on
07
Reddit.
to 08? A lot of the abilities are 2 numbers.
It's 14.
Well, I got an 8 on my dex save, so. But wait. Oh, that's a feature I haven't used in a little bit.
I can copy and paste what my table looks like.
Yeah, I mean,
it was so
I'm gonna
long ago, I
roll
don't
with your
know what it-
table. I don't care.
Yeah,
I just wanted to
1%.
know if
Especially
it was
because in this
another
case it
D20.
So, fun thing, scaled ornament. This is fireball, so I can actually heal off of this.
Fun. Know your
So that's my
abilities.
reaction to instead take no damage and regain HP. So the fact that I failed the dex save. 35.
What's
To be
the
fair,
DC?
the dex save is technically based off of Cadmail.
Yeah, but I got an 8 on my dex save, so I'm pretty sure it ain't.
Well, it depends. Like, I'm just gonna say you have a flat 8 because you don't have spellcasting, so it's important. So 8 is a success because spellcasting.
I willingly fail.
You can't willingly fail. I'm so sorry. The one time you actually could twist it around, because spell save DC is 8 plus your spellcasting modifier plus proficiency if you're proficient, right? Well, I don't know if proficiency is probably added no matter what. So your proficiency is a 6. So your DC is a 14 right now, actually. So it still triggers for you, and then Romuald does save. Right? Wait, no, 14 is a success. Are you rolling at advantage, Romuald?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's a success. So 35's halved.
You know what?
Does it have to 18?
So
round up?
Round down.
Okay.
Round down.
I do have an idea, actually. I could just take the fireball, because I'm resistant. No, I'm not resistant to fire. I'm resistant to acid. But I could just take this, and instead... Ramiel, how do you feel casting an AoE fire spell?
Okay.
Hooray! Alright, I'll just take the 35.
Heard
That
it.
was the plan.
That was the plan.
Karsus. Deck save. Succeeds. He is resistance to fire, so 17 half to 8. Alright.
Oh yeah, is he bloodied?
He is not bloodied. Okay. Tingles. Orcville on deck.
All right, I'm gonna do fireballs, but I'm gonna do it like over here, so it only hits him.
This is just a unicorn. This does nothing. This is not really a baddie.
Oh, where did the guy go? Oh, well, I can't do fireball now.
Catmill literally just asked somebody to cast fireball on him. So do
Yes.
that as you wish.
Oh, okay. All right, well, I'll do that, but I'll do it like over here, or like, I don't know, over here, so it doesn't hit me, but it hits them too.
Sure, you don't want to just add
Yep.
yourself to it. Sacrifice yourself nobly to the cause. All right.
No,
totally
I'm gonna
fine.
like step back a
All right.
couple.
Declare your level and get it rolling.
6th level.
Oh shit! Actually, I'm really sorry. So much stuff going on.
Hmm.
He uses his next villainous action. He was going to do it after Cadmiel's turn was done, especially after all the shit that just went down. So it would have been a wave of 60 feet from him. Did you move just now, Tingles, or is that where you were?
No, I moved. I was like right there.
So this is. I'm so sorry. I feel like you're like, I got my turn, and then I'm going to give you another curveball because Tingles, Cadmail, Ramiel. Anybody else down here to the south? I don't think so.
Orvex.
Oh yeah. He's not in the combat, so I'm really not going to worry about him. You all need to make wisdom saving throws.
Is this a magical effect?
Usually when I do save stuff like that, this is actually kind of weird. I'm just gonna go and say yes. I'm just gonna say yes for simplicity. But you'll understand the irony here in a second.
Oh boy.
Oh, boy.
20. Wait, 13.
$23 is your total, right?
Yes.
Ooh,
Sorry.
that was a good one. Tingles, what do we get here from a wisdom saving throw? Okay. All right.
And then that used my inspiration.
The two that failed.
Oh, so a 23 was the DC.
The DC was 22. Oh, excuse me. You did succeed, Camille. 22 was the DC. So, Tingles, you cannot benefit from magic items or cast spells of 4th level or higher. So, if you want to redo your fireball as just a normal 3rd level, I'm fine with that. But yeah. So, if you had failed,
Sorry,
that,
I've been like crying on mute the whole time. I want to counter this.
you
Can I
can't-
counter it?
You cannot counter it. This is not a spell. This is an ability.
All right.
If you want
So I
to do
can
your
4th
fireballs,
level
and
Ohio.
you cannot do 4th level or higher spells, and you cannot benefit from magic items.
Fireball at 3rd level.
And fireball is your normal. You're not doing that from a magic item or from like an amulet
that's
or
a-
anything, right? Okay.
No.
Because your spell save DC might change too, because you probably have a boost to that from a magic item.
Oh, so I have to like unattune myself or whatever to them to kind of trigger it.
Technically, but I wouldn't go through all of that because it'll just be until the beginning of his next turn. So we'll just like hold on, and let me see what the roll is first. He did not roll good on the dice. Has only a 10 on his dex save. And I don't
No, it's a
think he's
19.
going to do the fire. Or he's not going to do the like resistance stuff.
Well, I just picked up a feat that basically ignores resistance. So even if he did, maybe I want.
Yeah, so I was talking
No.
about two things. He has that legendary resistance weird thing, but he's not using that. Normally he would be resistance to fire. So if your feat does trigger or like ignore that, that is good to know.
Right.
Yep. So
No.
go ahead and roll your normal fire damage.
No.
What
All
feat
right.
is it? Is it Elemental Mastery? Because then you get to add a D6 to it.
Elemental Adept, I think.
Yeah. So you get to add a D6 to fire damage as well. An extra D6. Because I have that feat too, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, I'm going back down to it. 'Cause I'm pretty sure.
No. I'm sorry. That's an item I have. That's the one that changes 1s to 2s.
Yeah, if I roll a 1, it makes it a 2 and it ignores fire.
So,
resistance.
yeah, 2 of those are 2s.
So 26 total.
Oh, it's even like in the. Oh, I didn't know that. I did pick it up, right? Why is it not showing up in here?
All right. So you will have your bonus action and your
26.
movement still.
Okay. Bonus action. I'm gonna inspire. Who's after Orcfo? You're after me. I'm gonna. Where are you, Orcfo? All the way down there.
Way
The
down
bears.
there.
Damn, dude. All right.
I could use the inspiration if you could.
Yeah, he could.
I don't
definitely.
Have it on me.
Well, I don't think he can hear me though.
Can you move?
Yeah, I
closer
think it's
to
within
him?
60 feet, isn't it?
I don't think I can move within 60 feet of him.
What's your movement
Let me
speed
see.
with your intelligence stuff?
50.
How smart are you?
50. Yeah, see, I'm still like 65 feet away from him.
I think it would be smart though for you to start maneuvering your way towards your allies who are restrained and having a hard time getting free though.
Okay. Well, I don't want to waste. So, okay, I'm going to go ahead and inspire you, Cadmiel. Just so, because I can. You've been inspired, bitch. And I'm making my way downtown.
All right, Orcfo, you're up. Fortunately, I don't think there's too much
All
you
right.
can do.
There's one thing I can do is you said that I can, if I take a action and a bonus action, then I have fire damage.
Hmm.
5d6
5d6 fire damage.
fire
End of
damage.
your turn.
Okay. I am going to taunt that by using my bonus action to fill my pitcher with the Potion of Dragon's Majesty.
Fuck yeah.
I'm going to use my action to drink the Potion of Dragon's Majesty. Now I am immune to fire damage. And there's nothing I can do to try to break free, so I guess I'll end my turn.
It'll at the
Is that
end of your
correct?
turn, you can make a dexterity saving throw to break free.
Okay. And my
Try
dragon
and break
has a dex
free.
+6 save, so come on. Ah, there we go. 25.
25 is enough, so at the end of your turn, you
Yes.
break free. This
Oh,
unicorn
I
is just like
want
fire. I was
to-
like, hey Charlie, hey Tingles, how's it going? All right, Quaylen's turn.
I want to break free.
Now, do I have Quaylen's flying speed or the bear's flying speed that I'm?
Remember, you're restrained, right? I think.
No, you gave it to me.
Oh, that's right. You
I
did
had
a
the
nat 20,
and I was
right?
bitching about it. No.
It'll be the score. So Wild Shape has rules.
Okay.
If you do go to extras and click on Brown Bear, it should give
Yeah.
you. I'm making sure that's what you're looking at. That should represent the correct stats. So whatever the intelligence score there is what you should be using for your bear. Druids replace certain ability scores when they wild shape. So, but that extras should reflect that change.
So what is the multiplier again? It's what times what?
5. The big number times 5.
The big number times 5. Okay, yeah, so still 65. All right. So I'm gonna move here. No, I don't want to move you. Stop it. And I guess I'll just dash for another 65 to kind of make my way up to that guy.
All right. The bears.
Okay. Same thing for these guys. It's their.
And
what?
that's it's a different. Their stats are probably a little bit different. Let's see if intelligence is one of the things that gets replaced. Yeah, normally their intelligence score is 2. And that's not a modifier. Their total score is 2. So they have a flying speed here of 10. So it's the normal speed, which is 40. It's not that bad of a trade-off, to be fair.
40. Okay.
Yeah, so they can dash 80.
Yeah.
All right, Romul's up.
All right. I'm sorry, guys. It's just taken me
For how long
longer
it
than I
takes me to
thought.
get the return, you're fine.
Well, I want to tell you just a few things about just my options at the moment. So every spell I know is prepared all the time.
Oh
Which-
no.
Gives me what 68 different spells that I could cast. And I guess I'll just copy paste all this, honestly, just to give you an idea of what I'm looking at.
Tapping into the
I like
power
the
of the
idea
gods
that-
is quite.
But
I
I'm
like
gonna
the
go
idea
ahead
that
and
Romuald's
cast.
just like sitting there like paralyzed of like all the choices.
Well, then on top of that, the
Oh.
last one is the craziest one. His My Weave ability. He essentially, that's what he did with the Meteor Swarm. He turned like 3 of them into beams, and he changed like the ability. So like he has access to all of his spells, and then he can go, what can I do to change those if I wanted? And he and I have discussions about what he wants to try and do and make sure it's not just like doing something silly, which I don't think he would, but
Right, so I'd like to cast Power Word Kill as a bead. But I am going to cast this Dark Star spell. Is that technically evocation? Because that's what it's listed as, but I know it's special.
I do
So I
think
don't
that would
know.
be considered whatever the special thing is. For
Graviturgy?
yeah. I think I will.
yeah,
I do think I'll say
officially
it's
8th level
graviturgy.
evocation.
Well, it's because graviturgy doesn't exist technically as a thing.
Yeah.
I'm fine. with it not
I was
being
gonna say,
evocation.
of me just saying this is Graviturgy, I think is okay considering everything else he's broken with. So and by the way, I gave you that spell. I'm like, I don't even know what it does. So I'm like actually reading it.
Uh, would it count if I? Well, no. If I could I sculpt that around people because it's concentration, so I don't know how that is supposed to work. I don't know. I don't know if we've covered that.
With an AoE effect that's like that is always up. I don't think that would work. Either way, I think if you want, because can you only do that with evocation, or is that sculpting with any spell?
I think it's anything that has a saving throw attached to it. Let me check. When you cast. Oh no, it's when you cast an evocation spell, right? It is that. Oh right, that's why I asked. I'm being stupid.
I do like to imagine you have blood coming out of your nose IRL and in game as you're going. All the possibilities is overwhelming.
Okay, well, I'm gonna cast a spell.
To be fair, I really
Very
should have given you that
counterspell.
feat before you got into the session tonight, but I didn't come up with it until tonight. So
Yeah,
Like a
I'm not
couple hours
casting
before.
this spell, but I am just gonna cast a spell.
Cool. If you guys have noticed, he has not been casting counterspell, so
Okay. All right. In that case, I'm gonna cast
he
Time
used his
Stop.
reaction to move.
Oh.
Yeah.
Time Stop's a fun one.
Mm-hmm. I think the last time you guys saw this was the Sararak and the Tomb of Annihilation. The one and only time, I think.
Mm-hmm. Well, actually, I think Blackbone, the wizard,
Oh, did he
it.
use it? Yeah.
Yeah, Kyler Blackbone or something. The one who saved
Yeah,
Cadmail
saved Cadmail.
You guys have such
during
good
the
memories.
kidnapping
I
through the
vaguely
portal
remember that. Yeah. Yeah, weren't you being dragged away or something?
thing. Yeah, knocked unconscious or something and just dragged through a portal. At which point,
Oh, yeah, he like stepped in and pulled you back.
Court-
You guys pulled you out of the portal back
Mm-hmm.
out.
Yeah, we use like
Court
sending
wizard.
stones and
All right, you breathe this out flow of time for yourself. No time passes for other creatures while you take 1d4 turns in a row in order to use actions and move as normal.
so 4.
4 turns to move, position, buff
And
yourself.
no time. Yeah, and I can cast spells during that time, right? It's just 4 turns.
You just can't do any damaging spells, or you can't damage a creature.
Yeah.
All
right.
Affects a creature other than you.
Does
So I think
does
it
casting
also.
this is casting this spell +1? Yeah, so I can't like move or damage anybody.
Yeah. You can't grab somebody or heal them or anything like that.
The spell ends if one of the actions used in this period or any effects that you create during the period affects a creature other than you or an object being worn or carried by someone other than you. Yeah, traditionally it's used for like I cast a lot of buff spells on myself.
Mm-hmm.
I cast Delayed Blast
Or
Fireball.
Yeah, or delayed
Yes,
fireball.
so- That is going to be my first turn.
The...
Like Blast Fireball.
At what level?
It'll be at 8th level.
Okay.
And for
It
my,
shall not be sculpted around me. I
I'm
hope.
also going to. It's going to be sculpted around everybody who I can.
Except for Kevin.
Except for me.
Oh, but you don't want it, so
Heals. I can heals off
okay.
it.
And then I'll move away from him for that turn as well. So let me see. I don't want to move too far away. And then I'll cast Crown of Stars on my second turn.
Smart.
And on my third turn, I don't think there's anything useful I could do. I guess I could haste myself.
Also, for those who aren't keeping track, Romuald got to cast 2 ninth level spells.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not concentration, so I guess I'll cast haste on myself for my third turn at third level. And then for my fourth turn, I would like to cast another 8th level. I'm going to use my Boon of Bahamut, cast another 8th level spell, Fireball, at right at Karsus, and I'm going to drop concentration on the Delayed Blast Fireball.
Yeah, so all those last 2 effects go off at the same time. Great move.
And so let me see how much that Delayed Blast does. And it's all going to be fire.
And it's all gonna be soaked up. Actually, I'm fairly certain I cannot pass a saving throw from
And then
anything.
actually that second fireball, I'll make a beam. I'll make it a beam as well. And then I'll sculpt it around Cadmil.
I think Cadmil wants all the fire damage.
Can you take
I can
2?
only... I think I can only do for one thing.
Okay.
Okay.
Let me read the description real quick.
The
Yeah, to
second
be
one,
fair, I think I would only trigger it off of one of the spells.
Yeah.
When you would take damage of the type dealt by the breath of the dragon in whose horde the ornament became wakened, which would be a Chardolance of fire, you can use your reaction to take no damage instead, and you regain HP equal to the damage you would have taken.
So let me see.
I think if it's the same instant, but I would just...
I'm going to rule it for one spell, to be fair.
Yeah,
He can still
that's what I
sculpture
was
on
going
the
to
other
say,
one.
is like...
So it'll be 12d6 plus 4 turns, so 16d6 plus an extra d6 from my ornament, or what is it called? The Dragon Touched Focus. That's the item that gives me the d6. So I'm sorry, 16d6. Or I'm sorry, 17d6 because the Dragon Touch Focus plus 5. That's 55 for the delayed blast.
Okay.
And what did I say? The fireball was cast at
level?
also 8th.
Yeah, because of the Bahamut. Boom. Bahamut.
And that's also going to be plus an extra d6 plus 5.
All right, deck save for your first one is a failure. So he will take 27, 55 divided by 2. 27 fire damage off the first. And then a save on the second. I believe that's also a fail, even with advantage. So he'll take half of 54. Those are the correct numbers, right? We're not missing any.
I'm sorry, what is he taking the half for?
Well, I just rolled for 55. He failed. He took half of that, and now I'm not 55. Oh, I thought you rolled twice already. Did you not?
I did 55 and...
Oh, there it is. Yeah, 55
50.
for the first one. For delayed, right? And now I'm rolling for the second. I'm just making sure there's nothing else. He failed, but he's resistance to fire, so he's still halving it.
I also have the elemental adept.
Oh,
ignores
it, right?
Yeah,
is that what it is?
Ignores fire resistance.
Fuck yeah. I mean, I should just.
And then the second fireball is 59 plus 4, 64. I'm sorry, 63.
That's why I was saying, like, I feel like you have buffs there. Wait on that second one. All right, so another 28 and 63.
And then I'm gonna throw a crown of stars at him. So it's 27 plus 5, 32. And then
do you have to roll the hit, or does it auto happen? It's been forever.
oh shit, it does. Yeah. I'm sorry. I do have to roll to hit.
Just
I haven't
because
done
you're
that
a
in so
god,
long.
Romeo, doesn't mean you just get to do whatever you
It's
want.
32.
I mean, you still can do whatever you want. Yeah,
I would have
100%.
laughed if you crit.
And then I guess I'll move 110 feet away and use my hasted action to. Shit, I don't know. Where's a good place to go? Like way off in the corner.
I don't know. With haste and your intelligence, you could probably make your way to the next zip code. I think.
Making your way.
I'm just gonna go over here somewhere.
All right, Cars' turn. All right, he's gonna do a glare at Cadmill. Cadmill going to make a wisdom saving throw for me.
I'll try, but I'm gonna fail probably.
Do you believe in yourself and yourself and yourself? Are you gonna do anything to
You
that?
know what? I think
17?
I've got one more use of Indomitable thanks to the Sparky Spark. So that I'm gonna use it.
Wow.
Okay.
All right, so you are restrained. It's like a baby version
Yeah.
of what he did earlier. So that's his
Yeah.
first part. And then with that,
The real quick, the 55 damage there was the delayed blast, right?
yeah, yep.
Okay. Just triple checking, make sure I got it right.
You suck
Alright,
it in.
so
for
I
some
am now
healing.
restrained.
Mm. Hmm. It's gonna bonus action shift. So you, Quailin Bear. Quailin Bear, I don't think matters because again, he's immune to normal piercing, normal damage. So I don't think Bear's gonna do anything. But Cadmill, you can make a swing at disadvantage as he passes by because of your little extra.
I already used my reaction to absorb the delayed blast fireball.
10-4. What is his total movement? 115. All right, so that's his bonus action to move that close to you, Romuald. He'll use, or he's going to try and hit you, Romuald. He shoots this kind of like weird, kind of anti-magic blast at you. And rolls a nat 20. Fortunately, this isn't like a huger damage one. He's mostly going for the debuff here. But the damage will be doubled 49 force damage. And if the target is currently affected by any spells not cast by him, you must make a wisdom saving throw.
And this, well, you already.
What's up?
I didn't know. Is this like, was he casting a spell?
To be fair, he was. My brain is fuddled enough to not have mentioned that clearly, but he was attempting to cast a spell.
Emphasis on attempting.
Oh, yeah. I mean, because he can counterspell. Yeah. That's actually my
I
fault.
will try to
counter
counterspell, yeah.
Okay.
Do I have to roll? It's just a third level.
You will have to roll. Yeah, intelligence check for me.
25.
25 is enough to block that one. So he'll do it again. That's so broken. Not a nat 20, but a total of 26 to hit.
Okay. Yeah, can't do anything about that.
All right, so that damage will be 26 force damage, and I now need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom save. Is this against a magical effect? I'm sorry.
It is. This one is.
That's-
Yep, 100%.
Okay,
This is
so
a
I'm
spell,
going to have
technically.
advantage.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Ooh.
Same roll twice.
So, every spell active on you is gone.
So Crown of Stars and Haste, yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, that was his second. Now he's on to his third. All right, he goes to hit. Ooh, that's not a good roll. That's only an 18 to hit.
Misses because I don't have haste anymore. And I can't shield because I already used my counter spell, so
Ooh.
that hits.
Okay. So that's 33 psychic damage. And this is the one that Orpho got earlier. If you take Winnow, your attacks deal half damage. And just be clear, I think that applies to attack rolls, not saves. Just so you know.
All right.
Oh, Robert does remind me that when haste ends, you lose a turn. Thank you, Robert.
Thanks, Robert.
One of your 12 turns or whatever it is now.
I know, right?
To be
When the
fair,
spell
losing an
ends, can't overtake
entire
actions
turn.
until after its next turn.
To be fair, you might not even been able to do the reaction.
Didn't he counterspell
Well,
before getting hit
I
with it?
counterspelled, yeah. That was the first.
Oh, no, true.
first one I did, yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't actually say anything about reactions, though, to be fair. It's actually kind of weirdly written. I wonder what the intent
Actually,
there is.
The
Yeah,
spell
can't take
ends.
actions. I wonder if that means you could take a bonus action.
Yeah, isn't that
'Cause it
weird?
isn't an
Yeah,
action.
that's
So
not.
it's like,
We would assume it's not, but they're pretty clear in their language.
yeah, typically it says they can't take actions or bonus actions.
Yeah, so I think
So-
you would have been able to do that reaction. Anyways, hypotheticals. Last attack. We'll try and fire you up. 20 to hit, so I believe that does hit. This
Mhm.
is a fire spell attack coming at you. So 30 fire damage. Could have been a lot worse.
Okay.
Okay. Karsus' turn has come and gone. Shit fuckery.
Yeah, so I mean, does it make sense to even try and hit him?
I mean, I'll go ahead and move it for you, but I don't think you can
Yeah.
move it to him.
No, I mean, okay, yeah, I'm just following him around. I'm coming after you, man. Okay. Done.
Diamel Tingle's Orkville.
All right. So, I'm still restrained, so I think that's
he
zero
had
movement.
so he is like on top of Ramiel. There you go. Continue.
So I'm restrained, so there's not really anything I can do on that
Yes.
front.
You have a restrained ability or a thing on you right now, correct?
It's 140 feet away, which means I think even my bow is past its max range. Where is my bow? Vicious longbow. Yeah. Oh, 120 without disadvantage, 600 or 150 without disadvantage, 600 with.
Yeah, so it doesn't
Which
really
I'm-
matter. He'll be disadvantaged either way. Yeah, it's not like
Yeah.
super disadvantage.
Yeah. So what I could do is swap over to the bow and just fling arrows at the dude. Which, you know what? That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna swap over to the bow, and what? Which I think I need to use an action to stow my sword and retrieve the bow to wield it. So I'm not gonna just drop my sword. So that will be the haste action. Speaking of, keep track of haste turns. Oh dear, we are starting to run low. And then 4 attacks with a vicious longbow incoming. 18 to hit.
That's a miss.
10.
Oh.
10. That's a crit.
Oh, were you
That's a
doing your
crit.
thing to give yourself advantage to make them straight rolls? Is that what's happening?
No. Oh crap, I've been forgetting about that. Shite.
Because these are all
So-
disadvantage.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
do.
I'll be fair. I'll say the 18 got turned into a 10, but then that would mean the nat 20 got turned into a 10. So just if
Yeah.
you want, we'll keep those
Okay.
rolls and we'll start with the nat 20 as the attack for this one, and then see what your second roll is. No. So I'll give you the 18. You needed to roll one more die to be the disadvantage on the nat 20. You rolled 2 at
Oh,
disadvantage.
because I thought it was the 10 and 2 on the die, so I got the 2 on the die. That
I was
10
letting you have the
overall.
nat 20 and then rolling from that. Does that make sense?
Oh,
But you rolled at disadvantage again and still got an 18. So I'll give you the 18.
Yeah.
That's totally fine. Yep.
yeah, I'm cool. Just I rolled 4 times. It makes things easier. So
Yeah.
26 to hit, I'm pretty sure does.
Yeah.
7 damage. It's 25 to hit, which yoinks.
You
6
did
damage.
disadvantage. Cool.
So even with disadvantage, I'm still hitting the 50%.
See, I think it has to
and
do with your little formulas. I think he's cheating in the formulas, and he puts like minimum rolls in that. Because you notice whenever he rolls individually, I'm just fucking with you. Well, that's awesome.
Oh yes, the crit that I rolled individually carried over into the
Exactly.
into the thing. I just right click, hit disadvantage, and roll.
You're
so-
you're a internet math guy, so I don't trust you. You know probably things that I don't.
And
Yep, 6
finally,
damage.
bonus action, second wind, so I can restore a D10 plus 19. So D10. So that's 20 HP. And end of my turn, Dex save.
Wisdom saving throw.
Oh, wisdom save. Which I'm restrained, but that doesn't affect wisdom saves.
Correct. This is more of a force of will actually pushing in on you.
16. I'm trying to remember. This is a 23 DC, and I have
The DCs
Bardic
across the board have
Inspiration.
been 22, just for ease.
22. Yeah.
Yeah.
But same point. I need to get at
Mhm.
least a 6, which is the upper half
50-50?
of the. It's a 50-50. But honestly, I'm still doing something here, so I'm kind of good just holding off.
Okay.
Because I want a better chance than 50-50 to not waste a Bardic Inspiration.
Excellent. Tingles is up.
So he's gonna move to right here. Can he do 4th level and up now, or no?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can.
Okay.
Let me double check though, just real quick, until the end of his next turn. Yep, you're good.
All right. So I'm gonna do that Well, you know what? Let's just go higher. Let's do a 6th level fireball. I'm gonna shoot it over here, so it
Behind it. Yep.
hits.
All right.
Yeah.
Dexterity saving throw. Nat 20. So go ahead and roll your damage, though. It'll be half of a half. So
Lame.
So half of 29 is
14.
14. So another half is 7.
7. Wow. 6th level fireball. Lame. Lame.
Okay.
I'm gonna inspire somebody. I guess. Romeo, can you hear me? Yeah, you can. Well, Orkfell, you're over there.
I'll let you know I'm really low HP, and I also don't get a turn next turn. So
Ah, but it means that you could still counterspell better.
Actually, Jeff was just looking. He just found the rule clarification, I think. Specifically about bonus actions. It's like anything that deprives your ability to take actions also prevents you from taking a bonus action. I think the extrapolation there.
It
That would
doesn't.
have.
No, it doesn't apply to reactions. I saw
does
a
not?
Crawford ruling on that. Yeah.
Thank you for looking up the ruling. I appreciate that very
Yep.
much. So cool. Yeah, you can do reactions then.
I would have had to do something before casting fireball because I can't. I think
No,
the only
no,
thing I
I'm
can
not
do-
worried about that. It's just the inspiration, maybe.
Yeah, I was giving you inspiration.
Justin was just saying he doesn't even have a turn next turn, so if somebody else needs it before him, it could be a better move, I think. But I guess counterspell, you can technically, let's say you counterspelled and you needed to roll, I think you can add that to it because I think that's an
Or
ability
for
check.
a save or something.
Yeah, so take it. Take it!
You've been inspired, bitch.
And anything else, Tingles?
No, that's it.
His third villainous action. And the good news is, Tingles, you're not in range, so this is just going straight to Romuel. Romuel needs you to make a dexterity saving throw for me.
And it's at advantage.
Yes. Yep.
And I'm going to go ahead and use that inspiration.
3 or higher. And actually, I don't even know if this is going to matter or not, to be honest.
Ooh.
All right, so 31. So you're going to do half of 12d12 damage.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Force damage. Ooh, man.
That's a lot of.
That's a lot of big numbers
damage.
in there.
Yeah.
Only one of those was below a 6. Or no, there's a 3 in there too, but that's still crazy above average.
Well, I am down.
All right. So that was his villainous action. Good news is no one else was within 60 feet because everyone within 60 feet would have also been hit by that effect. This big battlefield is so interesting how it like changes kind of the dynamics of stuff. Like being all close in together actually could have worked better in his favor. All right. Orkfo's up.
All right. Here we go. So that's my movement. Let me measure. Yeah, I can't. Let's see if I could dash. Where does that put me? It puts me here. And that's still too far to do any attackings. What is this fire breath? 60 feet cone. That's not gonna cut it either, is it? Is it? Nope. He's resistant to fire too, and isn't he?
He has been resistant to fire. Yep.
Has
Fire
been.
and force damage has been the two things he's been resistant to.
I don't really think I can do anything else this turn, so I'm going to. Going to dash. That gives me another 80 feet.
I will say one thing.
And-
Cadmiel asked if he was
yeah.
bloodied earlier, and that was a long time ago, and I said no, but he has entered the bloodied status at some point. I could not tell you when that happened, though.
Okay.
But to be fair,
Yeah,
also,
it was
Cadmiel
after
thing-
I dealt over 200 damage to him.
Yeah, I was going to say, it was after a whole bunch of damage, so... But he has hit bloodied at some point.
What can I do? My range on that one is 15. Yeah, that's not going to work. That's too far. I've already dashed. Can I use my action surge as a dragon? I don't think I want to.
Technically, I don't think so.
Okay.
They're
I
very...
don't think I'm going to anyway.
Yeah, it's just like... as much as I want to give it to you, it's like you're a red dragon, an adult red dragon, so I
Yeah.
think that's for free, really. So, yeah.
All right. I think that's all I can do.
I do think they need to clarify the rules of that turning into a dragon ability, because a lot of stuff's like wild shape is like, or like shape change. You can do this without the legendary actions. You can do
Right.
this and keep your abilities and features, et cetera, et cetera. So that one does I kind of run it like polymorph is pretty much how I run that, which I don't think you can do features with. You can correct me on that though if you would like to. All right. If there's nothing else, Orcvo Quailin is up. I hope the bears are still up.
Yeah. And it's like we keep moving in the direction of the guy, and then he just keeps running away. So we're just like flying around space chasing him. Yeah, so I mean, what is that? 65. One, I can go 130. Like here. Ah!
Oh fuck.
So I made it to right behind Romuald, so I guess I still can't do anything.
That was your action. You technically have a bonus action, I believe.
No, I did the dash. It was
No, the dash
65.
is an action, and then I don't know if you have any bonus action abilities or spells, but like if you have healing word as Quailin, you can technically cast it right now.
Oh, right. Oh, don't tell me I don't have that. I have heal. Did I get rid of healing word? I've cure. No, healing word is the bonus action.
Jingles
That's
probably
right.
has it. That's probably why you're thinking of it.
Damn. Okay. No. No, I can't heal you, Romuald. Good luck, bud.
You
Don't
couldn't
die.
have moved your one action or like your normal movement, then done like a ranged heal. Like is healing a touch spell, or is like heal a touch?
60 feet. If I go back 65 feet,
So you would have been 5 feet short of him.
Yeah,
Essentially the math
yeah.
there. Oh my god. Because a friendly reminder, Romul's down making death saving throws, but this guy has the ability to do a lot of attacks in one turn.
I wish there was an undo and I could just kind of redo it to make sure I did it all right. So, yeah, I mean,
Try Control Zing. No cap.
oh, right. No, it doesn't.
Does it do it for the... Yeah, DM it does.
Can I, like, ready in action that sort of if he goes to attack Romuel, like Quaylen
Unfortunately
jumps in the
not if
way
you're
or
using your
something?
action, the dash. That's your action. The only thing if you move that close, the only thing you have on the table is a bonus action.
Yeah, and I can Shillelagh.
You also could have moonbeamed. You can also... Don't forget, you also have resurrection spells as Quaylen, so keep that in mind too.
Yeah, but none of them can be a bonus action, right? Like,
Right
none of my
now, right?
spells.
Let's just say
Yeah,
the
yeah,
worst comes to worst, he kills him, and then you go, I revivify on your turn. Just
Yeah,
like
yeah,
healing
yeah.
him.
Okay.
So there's a lot of safety nets there still. The Bears.
I mean, yeah, they're just gonna move 80. No, do the little thing. There we
Romulan
go.
death saving throw. All right.
10.
All right, Karsus' turn. He is going for Romuel. This spell attack is melee, so he'll be doing it at advantage. That's definitely a hit. That's a 30. So that's 1. Or that's an auto, right? So that's 2 fails. And then he goes again. Nat 20s. And so he does, like, with this, like, psychic pain as you're sitting there kind of dying, Romuel, he just, like, reaches down with, like, pointing the staff at you, and just your mind just rips apart from psychic energy, and Romuel is dead. Again.
Once more.
This has been a roller coaster. Yeah.
Oops. That was his first 2. At least you wasted 2 of his thingies he can do, because now he looks at Blairin, Bear Quaylen Bear.
He can hardly bear it.
I'll try and burn you.
So,
Shoots at you,
does ship
Quaylen.
fuckery do anything?
Or I accidentally moved the thing. He's still going. 23
Oh,
to
okay.
hit on Quaylen Bear.
Which, as the bear, I obviously believe that definitely hits. Yeah, AC is like 11.
All right, that's 36 fire damage.
Okay, he's back to Quaylen.
All right, and he shoots at you again. And that's a 32 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
All right, another 36 fire damage. The weird debuff you get from this, though, is if you take both an action and a bonus action on your next turn, at the end of it, you'll take 5d6 fire damage. So you're a little bit on fire, essentially. He's going to kind of go central here.
So, I'm sorry, you said 36 fire damage, was that?
You see in the chat that you got that twice, just to make sure you know that, because it was both 36. You got hit twice by the same fire ability, and you took 36 twice.
Okay. Oh, shit.
If he flew in a straight line, then he passed my tail. Can I take a swipe at him?
100%.
Tail swipe. For a 23.
23 hits.
19 bludgeons.
I don't think that your attacks count as magical. FYI.
I'm a dragon, yo.
I know, and dragons' attacks are technically not magical.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Like even when Quaylen wild shapes, he has an ability that says like his bear attacks, for instance, count as magical to bypass those things. But a dragon is a dragon. He's not made out of magic or anything like that. It doesn't come up a lot, right? Because you all very rarely have that feature
Just realized
active.
we haven't been doing the wild magic rolls for a bit.
Is it okay if I say we stop doing that?
That's okay with me.
My brain is so overwhelmed. I think the wild magic has finally sizzled out. There's too much debuffs and stuff going on for me to remember that. All right. Correct me if I'm wrong on that, Jeff. Yeah, I've been really enjoying you checking up on rules because I literally mentally can't in the middle of the session. Yeah, he's gonna move centrally here. Because his turn came and gone, so his villainous actions reset. FYI. Cadmiel, you're up.
All right. Well, 50th verse, same as the 31st. For whips with the longbow. 17 to hit.
Fortunately, it's a miss.
17 to hit. You'll never believe this. 10 to hit.
Wow.
16 to hit. Wow, okay. I don't think I have anything to do as a bonus action, so wisdom save to get free. 12, 17. You know what? Screw it. I'm using Bardic Inspiration.
5 or higher.
D12.
5 or higher.
5.
Hey! Oof.
I want to break free. Oh, and I do still have the action from haste, the potion of haste.
The save
Potion of
happens
speed.
at the end of your turn, though. Just
Oh,
FYI.
yeah.
Yeah. It's not
can
like
I just say that I use that action to draw my sword instead? Actually, no. I'll just hold off on that because I
if you
wouldn't
wanted
draw
to
the
get your
sword until
extra
I knew I was
attack
free.
off, you can. Right? You normally would have had an extra
Actually,
attack.
yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
would do.
Still at disadvantage, but go ahead and take your shot.
Shoot your shot, my guy.
Hey,
That's
that'll do it.
Wait, no, that was the wrong weapon.
Oh, that would make
So-
sense. We'll keep your 16 plus 8, 24 hits. Let's keep your
16 plus 8, yeah, 24, so 7 damage.
Okay. All right.
It's
And now your
thinking
turn
real hard
ends,
about
but
that.
now you've broken free. Now it's Tingle's turn.
And now I broke free.
Okay, I think. You said this guy's bloodied.
Yes. But relatively speaking, pretty crazy.
Still pretty beefy.
Yeah. Remember, as we said, like, Cadmiel did over 200 and it wasn't even bloodied yet.
Mhm.
And that was after other damage was already pumped into him.
Okay. I'm Honestly, I think my best option really is still just fireballs. But since I still have 2 8-level spell slots, I'm going to do 8th level fireball. And I guess I'll do it kind of over here so that it really just kind of catches him. Yeah.
Okay. A total of 18 on his save.
Yeah, it's 19.
Roll it up. All right,
51.
That'll be 25.
Wait, why 25?
He's been resistant to fire this whole fight.
Yeah, but
So he fails 51 and then is half to 25.
But Tingles has the elemental adept fire, which ignores.
Oh.
Yeah, spells you cast ignore resistance to fire damage.
I don't know that. I just like making you. He has resistance
Oh,
because
wait.
fuck you.
Because you're JP, and you know what? Fuck you. And I'm sorry, it's more than 51. It's
A bump, right?
all the ones changed to twos, so 53. 53.
No. Excellent.
Excellent.
Wait a second. I'm gonna do that.
And then I peed in that fireball, so it's pee damage on top of that.
You're not Quaylen. Get out of here. All right, you have movement and a bonus action.
Quaylen arced his pee. Movement and a bonus action. Well, does anyone else need to be inspired?
I'm too far, I think. Actually,
Well,
no, maybe.
Quaylen does have. Well, no, I can't do healing word as a bonus action after doing a spell. I'd have to do a cantrip, right? That's the deal with it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, you wait. Your you. Oh yeah, you did your You can do yeah. You can't do healing word, but you can do your inspiration, correct? Because you just cast.
Right.
Yeah, and I'm like 65 from you, if I read that correctly. Yeah, 65.
Well, Romual's the one that needs like serious healing right now, right?
Fair.
He's dead.
Oh, actually, dead.
He's dead.
So yeah, he definitely needs some healing right now.
He needs a resurrection.
So he's no longer in healing, like death throw
He
saves.
is dead.
Oh
Again.
shit! So we have to.
Yeah, a resurrection
Resurrect
spell is needed for Romual.
Okay. Does Quaylen has a revivify, right? Yeah, he has revivify. So he'll just bring him back on this next turn. Or True Resurrection, one of the two. He has the diamond.
All right, at the end of your turn, villainous action.
Yeah. I'm just gonna have, while you're doing that, I'm gonna have Quaylen or Tingles move a little bit further away.
No, you said your turn was over. Come back here.
I did not.
Come back here. Come back
Did
here.
not.
Bye.
That's bullshit. Oh, hi, Mark.
There's bears in the way. He's hiding behind the bears.
All right. He moves with his villainous action, follows Tingles across the map, and I'm just kidding.
Come back, you.
All right, he's still going to trigger it. I need dexterity saving throws from Quaylen and Orkfo and the bears as the magic cages come out.
Which kind of save? I'm sorry.
Dexterity saving throw.
Oh, yet more restraints.
Yep, we're back to the first cycle. We all know the DC for everything for him has been 22.
I'm just letting you know, Nate, if I ever play D&D along with anyone again, I'm never doing 2 characters ever again.
We did talk you into
23,
bringing
I see.
Quaylen along. 23
Okay,
is a
so
success.
dex saving throw.
Yeah.
Yeah, dex
Yeah.
saving throw.
Oh, I can't succeed. It's 22.
22.
Yeah, I can't even succeed.
I just realized your bears have been restrained this whole time anyways.
Yeah.
We never did their
Flying
saves.
around,
They're just
restrained.
flying around in the change, doing nothing for Quaylen. Can Quaylen succeed on a dex save? I don't know if you're talking about you or
No,
your
he only.
bears.
No, Quaylen can. He only has a +1,
Oop, okay.
and he got a 19. So yeah. So what
So
happens to him?
Obviously restrained, but then you take 27 necrotic damage.
Ooh, Quaylen's almost down.
I think on success though, you don't take like any damage, not even half. Wait, oh no, it is half damage. So Dragon does take 13 necrotic damage. Orpho, your turn.
13.
for you.
Sorry, you're taking 13.
Quaylen, do a concentration check on the bears. You just need a 10 or higher. Con save.
Constitution saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
I have advantage on it.
Mm-hmm.
16.
Good to go.
Okay.
Orpho's up. Quaylen on deck.
What's the ability that he's been using that like makes him move really far? Is that like
He has a bonus
let me just tell you
action
what
that turns him
Yeah.
into a form that then he can move his normal
Uh-huh.
speed with his intelligence. It's huge.
okay?
And then after that,
Um,
he has his normal movement, so he can move like over 200 feet around pretty easily right now.
Okay, so I get the impression that grappling him would be useless.
Correct. Yep.
Okay,
That bonus action form allows him to slip through things.
got you. Yeah, so frightful presence, DC 19 Wisdom saving throw.
Ooh. Can he be frightened?
Can he be frightened?
Conditions, music. Dun, dun, dun. He can't be frightened. Sorry.
Okay. Well,
Most
then you're
big
just so
bosses.
tough.
He's
Yeah.
pretty fucking tough. This is probably the nastiest
one-
stat block I've ever used.
Bite, non-magical bite for garbage 17, and then 2 claws. God, what the? Dirty 20.
20's a miss. AC's 21.
Yeah. Well, this is awesome, and I'm having a great time.
Sure you don't want to be Orko?
Yeah, I don't know if I can drop it though. It doesn't say anything about it on the potion.
I would
So it's-
100%
you're just gonna
allow
have to
you to
hit me a
drop
lot.
it. No, you can 100. If you
Okay.
wanted, I would allow you to break it.
Okay.
Like-
Would you let me re-roll all of those?
No, 100%. We know he's immune to
Okay.
fire. You now understand your abilities to hit is like pretty nerfed. So if you want to
Yeah.
change it back into Orpho, it's totally fine.
All right, I will regurgitate that potion. And yeah.
Could have scared some of this whole time,
And,
you son of a bitch.
I should have given it to Gary. And okay, I'll attack with Thorn Cleaver, Reckless. Missed the first one.
Wow.
Okay. 29
29.
hits.
Mm-hmm.
for 21 slashes. And 10 fire half to 5. Unamas. Dude, come on. 23.
At least
I
23
think
hits. Yeah, it does hit. God
Jeez.
dang.
22 slashes and 4 fire half to 2. I think I can reroll those twos, but I don't care. It's fine.
No, I mean, re-roll them if you
Next.
want to, dude.
Okay.
Every little point matters, right?
Yeah. So let me just do the whole thing again.
If you roll
the
once,
fire.
I will laugh my ass off.
That'd be hilarious. I got 1-1, so 6 fire half to 3.
Yeah, so an extra
3
point.
instead of 2.
essentially. Yeah.
Extra point.
Excellent. Quaylen?
Quaylen. He's gonna do. Should I do True Resurrection or Revivify?
Are either of those a single action?
Or Revivify is the last minute, which I guess he has. It has been within a minute, right?
Oh,
Been
yeah,
within a
100%.
minute.
Say that again.
I mean, like,
True Resurrection's
It
an
has been
hour,
within
so
a
you're
minute.
doing Revivify.
I'm doing Revivify. Okay. You're revivified, boy. Do
The
you want to
irony
know
here
how
is-
he revivified him?
We haven't had a good Quaylen descriptor in a while. Let's hear it.
Okay. So, first, he has to. Oh, God. Okay. He has to undress the person. No, I'm not going to do that. He does lay on top of him, though.
So
And-
but you can't move because you're in chains. So you're like reaching through chains to try and do whatever you're
Quaylen
doing
is.
to him.
That's right. He is restrained. Yeah. So he's just kind of like, okay, he's spooning him. He's laying down in his spot and spooning him. And then, of course, from the vessel of life that's attached to him protrudes the spell of Revivify that just kind of spews all over him and wraps around him and then absorbs into him. And then he comes back to life.
Fortunately for Romil, he's still unconscious for a turn, so he doesn't witness any of that. He still has the haste the thing effect up. But no, that was a. We haven't had a good Quaylen descriptor in a while.
In true Quaylen fashion.
All right. Bonus action, anything?
Shalala? No. He is going to wild shape because he's got like 3 life himself. So he'll wild shape back into a bear.
You know you can turn into a T-Rex, right? I'm pretty sure.
I'm going to turn into a T-Rex. That's what I said.
I think it's a little bit. I think it's a better stat block. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but like you could be turning into a T-Rex this whole time. All right, Bear's turn though. They're restrained. I think. Did you ever roll for them on a fresh one? I'm just gonna assume they broke free at some point. What are the Bear's dex modifiers?
It's 0.
Then they're restrained. So at the end of Quaylen's turn, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw. You can't succeed, so it doesn't matter. It's now the Bears. Their turns come and go. They fail because they.
So am I
can't
just
succeed.
permanently restrained? Or
That's why
how
we're
does that work?
talking about Bark Inspiration being very important for a lot of your characters.
Oh, right.
Romul, it's your turn. You have 1 HP. Technically, you still have the exhaustion or the delayed
Do I
turn
still have
from the
a
haste.
lethargic? Because it says I can't move or take actions until after its next turn.
Oh, well, you did come and
Which-
go, didn't you? You did one saving
Yeah.
throw, right? I thought you didn't do it, but I just remembered you did. Yeah, so it's your turn. You have 1 HP.
Alrighty.
Do you feel anything, Romuel?
It's like, why am I wet?
What is a
You've
spell?
been mostly dead for 10 minutes, 10
You
seconds.
feel in 9 months something's gonna blossom inside of you that you were not hoping for.
Please let that be canon.
9 months, your dick's gonna turn into like hardwood.
No!
Ah, yes, the bark dick.
To be fair, you'd probably blame Tingles at this point for STC.
All right, let's see.
Why am I not finding?
I could be wrong, but
It's
I'm
a
pretty sure
bonus
I've had-
action.
Maybe it's polymorph. I'm thinking that people can turn into T-Rex, but I would assume you could get to that at some point.
I'm not finding it. I do have. What's that spell?
Well, I'll let you
Shape
look at
change, but-
Romil's. What's a Romil doing? Sorry, I don't want to get distracted.
Yeah.
Using a potion on yourself is a bonus action.
Is an action.
It's an action.
Mhm.
All right. Gonna move over here and I can't do that because Orkvo's nearby. Okay. Here's one I've never done before. But I'm gonna cast Finger of Death.
Ooh.
And
What's that called?
Quaylen is so excited right now.
Shit. And I guess I'll just turn it all into fire.
Are you sure you want to do fire?
He's resistant to fire?
Yes, he's been resistant to fire the whole time.
Yeah, I know. I have the elemental adapt
Oh,
for
sorry.
fire
thank you.
resistance.
I'm just always making sure. I'm like, you guys remember he has fire resistance, right? And then you're like, we have that. Okay.
Yep, so I'll do all fire.
All right. So
That's a con save.
All right. Here we go. He has a really good con save, but he rolled at advantage. Is that a 9 or a 6? It probably doesn't matter. 18. 18 is a fail.
All right, so 78 plus 30. Shoot, let me just prepare this real quick so I can cast it because it's technically it's not prepared, but
We have officially broken D&D Beyond with all your future upgrades.
it lets me auto roll it.
Yeah. 100%.
Uh,
All right. 60 fire damage.
60 and then a d6 on top of that. $62.
All right.
And then I can't use a potion, so can end my turn, I guess.
All right. New ability, who this? Instead of attacking 4 times, he uses a special ability. 30 point within a certain range. So Romule, Quailin Bear, and Orcfo are going to hit by this. Need the three of you to make strength saving throws for me.
Gonna be a fire elemental, by the way.
Smart.
Is this at advantage as well? Is it a magical
I'm just
effect?
going to say yes.
Doesn't matter.
No. Yep. So Quailin, Orcfo, strength saving throws. Okay.
That was terrible.
This is going to be a really weird one, but first off, damage. So this will be 52 piercing damage. And those who failed fall prone, which is weird. I think, Romley, you're dead, right?
I am. Well, I'm back to being down.
Right, down, correct. So prone anyways. Quailin, you're strained and prone. The weird thing
Well,
about
I'm
this...
a fire elemental, and I have a condition immunity to prone.
Fuck yeah. Look at you looking at your features.
Oh, I'm finally learning how to play.
That's why you've been playing too. To practice.
So if you
Oh,
failed,
and I'm damage resistance to piercing. So what does that mean?
that
like
means
half?
half of 52, so 26. If you had failed and gone prone, you stay prone. And then you have to move prone and do everything prone until you do something particular to break free from it. So good job on not falling.
You even
prone.
have to bone prone.
All right.
Yeah, you can't be restrained, can't be prone, can't be poisoned, can't be petrified, can't be a lot of things.
Crane's like, I turn back into a bear. This is stupid. All right.
So success is half damage.
Yeah. 26
And
piercing.
half again, 13.
Back. He sees you keep working on Romule, so he's actually going to bonus action do that little thing, Bajiggy. Technically, you can do a reaction and attack him, Orcfo, if you wanted. The fire could trigger and could do half damage. He is immune to your normal Thorn Cleaver damage.
Wait, what?
When he turns into this form, he's immune.
Oh, I see.
And it doesn't. And this one has nothing to do with from magical attack. He's just immune to Thorn Cleaver damage. So the fire could trigger if you wanted to. I don't know if that's worth your cause or not to hold on to a reaction.
I don't really have any other reactions to do. I don't think.
It's just that Thorn Cleaver ability, right?
Yeah, and I've already used it, so I'll do it. And that's a 1 and a 2. I'll re-roll both for 6 fire, half to 3. Every bit counts.
Every bit does count. All right, ship fuckery.
Hey, where did he go? Oh, yeah. Can he hit him? Like tap him?
Yeah.
Give him a little tap.
You do a little whoosh, scrape by him. 3d6
Slap him.
damage. Ship fucker has
3D.
done more damage than if you didn't have
Just floating around.
fire adept or elemental adept or whatever, this would have been rough for you. All right, 10 damage. Cadmail, Tingles, Orcfo.
Kid, man.
All right. So I will. Let me see. So I will. Yep. Gonna use the action from haste to dash. Speaking of turns. 8 used. Gonna dash up to here, but while I'm over the ship fuckery, I will drop the bow and switch to the sword. So that way the bow is in a safe spot. And then I'll begin my slicing and dicing. So, I believe it's just straight rolls right now, right? He doesn't have any thing that gives him advantage, or gives me disadvantage at this point.
Correctamundo.
Alright.
Well, As soon as you use your attack, he uses reaction.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm throwing the damage rolls anyway.
60
Alright.
feet moves you back kind of over here.
Isn't it a saving throw?
Oh, yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, charisma saving throw. My apologies.
So if I get a nat 20, which I didn't, so he just moves me.
I don't know where the measurement was now.
Which I'm pretty sure I still have the movement to get
You
back.
might. Yeah, I know that's the funny thing. I keep moving you back, but you're like, and I'm moving.
560,
Maybe it's
200.
60
I
feet
actually don't. I think I'm actually, yeah, no, I don't have the move speed. So instead,
that
I will
ability
use
has
the
kept
other
him
30
alive.
feet that I have to move, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I think that's the last of my move speed is the 30 feet, and I'm going to move away from him because I see he has a lot of AoEs that he's been using, so I want to try and stay out of his 60 feet.
Smart.
Actually, I'm going to stick one closer because that's within 90, so that's within my flight speed. Alright, end of my turn.
All right. He uses a villainous action. I think this is only going to hit Romiel, Quaylen, and Orkvo. Mostly for Romiel, you just automatically take a fail for this because it's a damage thing. But not like a crit. I need Quaylen, Elemental, and Orkvo to make dexterity saving throws. And this will be force damage.
Fail.
You with us, Quaylen?
Dexterity.
Yeah, dex saving throws. Elemental.
+3. Okay. Wow. A whole 7.
All right. Your elemental takes 80 force damage.
That's it? That's cool because that takes him out of fire elemental and takes the remainder HP from Quaylen, so Quaylen is down.
Wow. All right.
Right on, Romeo.
Tingles. Romel's also down. As you do that.
Ah, damn it.
All right. Tingles and then Orkvo.
Tingly. Where is Tingles in relation to... he's pretty far out there. Could Tingles just wish that this guy was never born and this fight just stops?
If he wants to try and use Witch in that manner.
No, I
Could
feel
have some...
like...
Wishing this guy not to be born would have very fun implications.
I don't think we're quite
Please
to
say
that
that.
point yet.
Please.
You want me to do that?
Remember, this is the guy who caused the death of a god 2,000 years ago that defined reality and had a whole empire collapse. So if you unborn him, the ramifications that could happen to the world and the timeline, you all just fade away. You would never have been born.
I wish Karsus never existed.
End of the Badgers. That would be on Tingles to just do an anticlimactic ending for the party.
You know what? I'm done with this.
You guys want to roll up new characters for the fight the threat that was threatening the Netherese Empire, which there is lore for, so that'd be kind of fun. High tech sci-fi.
Really, it's Tingles is secretly Todd Howard. We all just wake up. Oh, you're finally awake. God damn it. Got me again. All right. Enough shenanigans, guys. Seriously. Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm just gonna do a. You know, I better do damage. I was gonna do Tingly Tango on him, but just I wanted to do that one so bad. Yeah, I'm gonna do.
Does Tingles not have any healing? He doesn't have any healing spells. He has healing word, doesn't he? You said.
He does. Yeah, he does also have.
You have
You know what?
mass
That's a
healing
good
word,
point.
don't you?
Yeah, I have mass cure wounds.
2 players on the ground making death saving throws. This is not the time to use it. You should go for damage. There's funny. It sounds like I'm being tongue in cheek, but it's like his AOE's are so powerful. It's like you can bring them up and he could pull them right back down. But
Yeah,
We would
that's
get
kind
a
of.
turn in the meantime, though.
no, I'm not saying that's the right or wrong thing, but it is funny enough.
Yeah, I'm gonna do mass cure wounds. That's a good point, and I'm gonna because that doesn't take up a spell slot. That's on my item. Which one is that? Okay, here it is. Nope, wrong one. This one.
So if you can get it here, you need to get within 60 feet of this point first. But then if you get here, you can hit Romuel, Quaylen, and Orkville all in one go.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'll do that.
Can you get within 60 feet of this point? That's the biggest question.
Yeah,
I
he has
have
50 feet of movement, right? So
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Easy peasy. So you do it. Get within range. 30 feet, little bubble. Let's see that. Roll 3d8 plus.
Oh, there it is. Okay. All right. 25.
That's actually a really good roll.
Thank you.
That's excellent.
I'm gonna give bardic inspiration to, I guess, Orkfo.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna attack. It might help me on a saving throw. Probably Quaylen and Romuel might be better
Looks like Romuel already has
if they're in
one.
range.
Romuel
I
already
think I
has
used
one.
it.
Oh, well, do you want it instead, Romuel? Are you in range? Let's see.
I mean,
No, you're not.
anybody will do at this point.
Yeah, I'll take it.
You
It's
could
fine.
give it to Quaylen because Quaylen technically is still restrained by that effect.
Is he?
Even though he went down, that shit's still on his body.
And he's just in range. All right, yeah, I'll give it to Quaylen. You've been inspired, bitch.
All right, Orkfo's up.
So, boop-a-doo-doo. Yep. Reckless. "24 hits. God, this is like ridiculous. 23 slashes. 7 half to 3 fire. $35. Oh, natural 20. There we go. Finally. Okay. How do I do this now?
What is Thorncleaver's normal damage? 2d6, right?
So, yes.
So 12 plus what? What is your rage bonus?
My brain is slowing down, man. I'm sorry.
I know. Do you know what your rage bonus is? That's why we're just going to step by step.
I don't know.
All right, features. You get a +4, and then your fire damage is another 12. And then when you crit,
Okay, +3.
where's brutal critical? That's a +4. Is your rage damage now? Or that's what I think I read. Where is brutal critical? You can roll 3 additional weapon damage dice when determining extra damage for a critical hit with a melee attack.
And then what was the feature? The
It's all
Divine
maxed.
Spark.
So
All
that will be
maxed.
12, 12, 12. So that is 24, 36, 48, plus 12 is 60. Plus 4 is 64. Plus strength is 69. Technically one of those was fire, so that's a -6. So you just did 63 damage on that crit.
Cool. So I don't have to roll.
No, it's just all maxed.
Okay, cool. Going again.
It's a brutal,
my
brutal
third
critical
attack.
is what it's called.
Yeah. 28 to hit for 19 slashing. And max 12, half to 6 for fire. And I will use my action surge to go again. Mark it so I don't forget. Beep. Come on, another crit. Oh, so close. 22 slashes. 10, half to 5, fire. Ooh, there we go. Natural 20.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
What did you say? It was 63?
Yeah. 63 damage
Okay.
is like, if you crit, it's just like auto damage.
Cool. $29. Now I'm going to re-roll that one. 19 plus 4, 23. And 10, half to 5 fire.
All right. Is that all your attacks?
Yes.
So you technically killed
Do
him
I
before
have
your
any-
action surge. But I wanted you to get all your attacks, and I'm glad we got another crit in.
Thank you.
How do you want to do this?
Good.
I like to think, like, is it still Tatiana's
It's
physical
Tatiana's
form that's in there?
form, yeah, and it's just the spectral form
Okay.
of Karsus. But you guys have done
Okay.
so much damage that though she was healed up, she's now battered and beaten again. Yeah.
Okay. So, like, I like to think, like, I swing and slash and cut, and I'm just like, can't even see Thorn Cleaver. It's moving so fast. And, like, he phases in and out, and sometimes it, like, blocks it with the ethereal form. Sometimes it goes through and hits the physical form. And, like, the next to last attack where I got the crit, like, the phase, like, just the essence of Karsus just, like, gasps and fades away. And, like, at that point, I see Tatiana's consciousness take back over, and, like, a moment of, like, realization as she realizes, like, I see her, and I don't stop. I continue and just destroy her.
Love it. So Romeo, you also watch as Orkvo just in his rage, just cutting. And you see Karsus's form just kind of like, and it just dissipates. You see his, like, his ritual soul spirit there. And as he's cutting in now to Tatiana's form, cuts open her chest, and you see inside of her is that kind of burning, boiling bit of the other half of the power. And now that Orkvo just keeps cutting away, destroying her body more and more, you're now seeing the spectral form of her soul being revealed underneath. And as Orcsvo releases and stops, the form of Tatiana falls on her knees. Even though we're all like flying, right? So maybe she just kind of like goes into almost like a fetal-like position. She looks up at Orcvo and she looks at you, Ramiel. She sees Quaylen. And she has the spectral hand. And there's a power of a god inside of her chest that she could grab. She could take for herself. But she remembers what Quaylen said and the redemption. And so even though there's this moment where her hand's going and she wants it so much, she just lets go. And Rami, you see her form begin to kind of fade. Her body
Can I
is still
see
there.
her reach for it?
Yeah. But then you see it. Tatiana has denied the power of the god. She does not reach for it because of what Quaylen had said so long ago. But you know that you could give her that power or take it for yourself.
Well, it's, as she's reaching for it, I think Rami would kind of call out to her, "Take it. Take it, Tatiana."
Ooh. I'm going to ask for a persuasion check from Romuel and a persuasion check from Quaylen. Well, I did say you can give it to her, but let's start with the persuasion rolls.
Well, I'd like to see if she takes it.
Yeah.
It's what we've always wanted. It feels like we always thought it would.
And like her body is like broken and dead, but her like soul turns and looks at you.
9.
I can feel it. I can see divinity. Quaylen, can you please roll a persuasion check for me?
Is he saying anything, or it's just based off of what he
This
said
is-
previously?
You had already convinced her not to. So she was operating and letting it go because of the forgiveness and redemption that Quaylen gave.
Yeah. So he just kind of looks at her somberly and he just says, "You promised."
So she does, like, and Rama, you're convincing her, but she does at the last second. I have found redemption for more than just you now. I can't take it. And so her hand pulls away. She's kind of drifting there now. You see her soul begin to be pulled to her phylactery, wherever it is. But in this moment, Romeo, you are the master. You could give it to her if you wanted.
No, he'll just let her fade away.
Her soul Just vacates her body. Just like Karsus before hers. She just is gone. But the other half of your divinity lays exposed before you, Romuald, in the chest of a broken body of formerly Tatiana. She was not the only one you could give it to.
Sure is eyeballing it.
This might seem like a weird question. Is the soul cage still there?
Yes. I don't see why it wouldn't be.
Feels gonna pick up the soul cage and just start thinking in place for a moment.
I do think there's time in this place. As Orkvo, you're standing over the body of Tatiana. You see that spark of divinity there. You could reach inside and take it too if Romuald's hesitating.
I don't know nothing about the gods. They have games that I don't even begin to understand and don't really want to. Seen some fucked up shit that they probably could have stopped. I want no part of that.
Orkvo turns from the floating, lifeless body of Tatiana and steps away. Quaylen's pretty close.
I'd say Quaylen is not really tempted by power, but I feel like this is maybe one of those. The power can not maybe corrupt everyone, but maybe that's not quite the right word. Like, gain favor. Oh, for anyone. So like it'd be like a Frodo thing where, you never would have thought Frodo would have cared about the ring, but after carrying it for so long and being around it for so long. So I'd say maybe there is somewhat of a temptation. Just because I think everyone would be a little tempted of it, yeah. But I don't know if he would actually take it.
How's Tingles? Well, let you think about Tingles. Cadmiel, how do you feel as you see Orkvo turn away? Romuald reaches down, grabs the soul cage off of the lifeless body.
I am still deciding. Yeah, this is... Cadmail is kind of surprised. Situation. But, Yeah.
Okay.
Would it be possible, or would it be possible to even try to contain this essence in the soul cage?
I don't think so. This is well beyond the scope of just the soul, right? This is literally half of the essence of a whole weave, a whole nature of existence boiled down into this one little point. I don't think so, unfortunately. This is not just a soul. There's still more to go here, but Tingles, what is Tingles thinking and feeling?
I think Tingles is about the dimension door over there and just grab it.
Okay. Romil, you watch as Orkvo go away, and you turn and you do see your friends all considering it. You do feel something even with your own divinity. You're not a true god yet. And that will be a choice for when you're ready you take. If you take it. Because you can feel it. Just as Mistra wanted to put a boundary upon you, the question of why do the gods not interfere directly, you're feeling it. There's a hidden rule in the multiverse, perhaps from the creator of everything himself, that puts a limitation on gods. So when they ascend, they leave this place behind, and they leave it to the mortals. Not that they can't return on occasion, take mortal forms, time of troubles, but you do you understand that that is the next step. Is when you choose to ascend, you leave, and you're gone.
Right. That's Romeo was just really hoping to kind of share it with her. He didn't want to fully ascend all the way, essentially. That's why he's hesitating in front of it, because he doesn't want to take all.
I think Romuel inside of him has enough to fully ascend when he's ready. Like, you might not have the full deific powers of a full-fledged god of magic, but there's definitely demigod status there for sure, and a power level. And then whoever took the other half could also ascend to that demigod level. Do you say anything to your friends?
Well, I'm sorry. I just want to make sure I understand. Even at that demigod status, is that a situation where I can't interfere with anything?
Say that one more time.
Even in the demigod status, is that a situation where you wouldn't be able to interfere with anything?
Correct. Like right now, the abilities you have and stuff, like, we're tugging the line of divinity, right? But you still have not true, like, you can still die, right, where you are and whatnot. And you have not completely taken on the mantle of a god in whatever domain that would look like if you ascended, truly. But to a demigod status, right? Like, you met Azoth, a patron of wizards, right?
No,
I'm just saying, like, that's the kind of level. Like, you're still a god, right? But not the most powerful god. So you would still be adhering to the rules of the god, which is what has been laid down by the creator, which is stay out of the mortal's way.
So, and that's already where I'm at now. So that's just an inevitability once.
You have the option to choose the next step. You're like right on the cliff edge, and you're still emboldened and powered up by this. But you can there's more power on the edge of the cliff if you step off, but you know that boundary's there.
Right. So I guess what I'm asking is, if
Mhm.
I don't step over that boundary, am I still held by the limitations?
No limitations. You stay exactly where you are now with all your abilities. You move on with your life with those abilities if you hold on to the spark that's inside of you or the flame inside of you. Did that answer your question?
Yes.
So this is like a moment for you to kind of say something to everyone as they're all watching it, but people may be acting very shortly. But this is up if you even say anything at all to them, right?
Mhm. I would
Or
just
suppose walking
probably
away.
say,
Yeah.
is after pondering for a moment, Tatiana disappears. I have to find a way to contain this. I know she'll come around in time.
So Romuald in this moment is kind of communicating that you want to hold on to it and still give it to Tatiana.
Correct.
All right. Tingles, I know you had something you wanted to do. Cadmail, Quaylen, I think this is good opportunities for your characters to react if they do at all.
Yeah. Let me.
You go first.
So I'm trying to do this quickly and quietly to where it's like there's hardly a time to react. So should I do a stealth check?
It's like you, just so you know, like there will still be following like action economy rules, right? If you're dimension dooring, that is an action, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna see you do it, right? They're gonna see you dimension door. It's not they're not react even if you got a stealth check off, they watch you step through a portal, step through right there.
Oh, I see.
Does
Okay,
that make
it's not
sense?
okay. I was thinking of it more like it just sort of teleports him, but yeah, that
And
makes more sense.
this is not a free action, right? To just grab something off the ground. This is an
Right,
action
right. Yeah, I was
to
trying to think
take.
logistically, is there a way to do it? But I guess there's not.
Unless there's like people can do things to speed up their action economy or something. It's like if people are all acting to do the same thing, it'd be like dexterity checks. Like you get a stealth roll to do like advantage on it, and to try and get advantage like an initiative roll, right? Get the jump on them and try and see if you can still beat them out the gate. But that's kind of what it would come down to.
Yeah.
I don't know if you have
Or
like Misty Step, right, as a bonus action that kind of gets you closer
yeah, I
quickly.
think I skipped out on getting the feat that gives me Misty Step, and I don't currently have it. I could do telekinesis and just bring the body over to me, but that would still take time.
In my opinion, Tingles is going to act, right? And no matter what you
Yeah,
do, people will have a choice to try and interfere if they think that's what their
yeah,
characters would do. I think that's what it's going to come down to.
yeah. Yeah, I think there's a realization that this might create some tension in the group, but I also think that it's just absolutely what Tingles would do. Like the temptation of something like this would be too great for him to just be like, well, whatever you guys decide, you know?
Yeah, I think that follows your RP very closely.
So, yeah, I think the only way that I can get over there the quickest, aside from running over there, would just be Dimension Door. I think. I
I
don't
think
unless I go invisible.
remember I don't to me it's narrative of how you want to do it because everyone's going to get a chance. Like invisible, they'll be harder to hit you if you think they're going to attack you. So, or like you're going to use Dimension Door to close the distance quicker and hope that outruns anybody.
Yeah, I think that's.
Just I would
Let's
say
just do
do what you think
let's
instinctively
Dimension
Tingles
Door.
would do right now, right? Which I think Dimension Door
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah, done.
So
We're doing that.
Romley, you look at everyone, or if I do think you stepped back, so you're like stepping back here. But I do think Orkfo, you hear Romil go, "We need to contain this. She'll change her mind." And I'm assuming you might have opinions on that, or you all do. So you can stop and turn, but then you all see Tingles Dimension Door step through it and appear next to the body. Cadmail, do you want to react?
I'm imagining that this is probably like the last bit of haste that I have before the potion wears off.
Ooh.
To see
Where were you at?
next to the bear. So I am
No. Like, where were you? You had 2 turns left.
Yeah.
That's really tricky, right? Because that was, a little bit of prolonged RP. But I know Orkfo went for it. I'll give you 1 more turn of haste. I think that's being very generous though with the RP there.
It.
Because that would
Cadmail's gonna.
Oh.
Because if I don't have it, then I could dash. But what I want to do, I'm flying into Tingles and tackling him.
Okay. All right. Romil, Quaylen, Orkfo, do you want to react at all? As you see this and you see Catamil flying across. Give me 1 second. I want to think about your haste, and I don't want to be mean about it, but you were hasted. And I do think it's fair to JP and Tingle's action here for me to really consider if you were like stunned for 6 seconds. So let me think about the RP that we went through. We had Orkfo's killing blow,
Fair.
so I don't think the timing started until after that. There was some conversations between, there's Tatiana's temptation, and then there was Romil encouraging her, and then her deciding no, with some very I won't say these are long conversations, but it was more like Quaylen's presence and what happened in the past. So I think that was 1 turn. Orkfo looked at it and he said no and turned and walked away. So I do think you did have at least 1 more round left. I think I'm totally fine with that now that I broke it down. So you go flying in. So you do have an action here. So, right, you had plenty of movement to get there with an action left over. So it sounds like you're going to try to grapple check on Tingles.
So within the 90 feet, I actually wouldn't need to dash because the haste doubles my move speed, which, thanks to the flight intelligence bullcrap, is 90, and I was 85 feet. So, I think Cadmail would. I'm trying to think before I pass out. I think Cadmail would, tackle Tingles, basically. Get him to the ground, which...
And appropriately enough, with you feeling tired IRL, like we gave you a round of the haste, though, you do feel the end of it coming up very soon. So what do you shout out? Do you say anything? Because we're still going to roll for a grapple and stuff, but there's a good chance it's going to be short-lived.
Yeah, I cannot think of anything right now to say.
You could say my impression. You don't have to RP it. You can say I try and convince Tingles not to. I try and convince everyone to stop Tingles.
Yeah, I think focus that I'm gonna have is real quick. Does Cadmail get the idea that Romil is is it obvious that Romil is saving the power for Tatiana, or
I think
is it
Romil made that pretty clear, right, Justin? Right?
Yeah, he said it out loud.
Yeah.
Okay.
He turned and told you all
That
that.
she'll come around. Yeah.
Yeah. Uh, yeah. I think what I'm going to have it be is that Tatiana's proven herself and even ended up sacrificing herself to ensure that we got as far as we could.
So Cadmiel puts his support in the Tatiana department. Is that what I'm hearing? That's not me
She has
going like,
proven
what it is.
herself.
Yeah, that's just, I love that
She has
turn for
proven
Cadmiel.
herself as a valuable ally who is willing
Oh,
to
this is
treat us as allies more than
that's funny because Quaylen was all for you stopping Tingles until you said that.
Yeah, this is so complicated and I fucking love it.
Like Quaylen was just like, yeah, Tingles shouldn't have that. But then he's like, well, no, it should go to Tatiana. He's like, well, no, fuck that.
All right. Go ahead and make an athletics check, right? Tingles, make a acrobatics or athletics check.
All right. So long as I don't roll a nat 1. Okay, 21. So, depending on what his modifier is,
Hold
Well,
on.
this is-
it may.
I have cutting words. Yeah, it was an
Oh,
ability
fun.
check. So I'm going to roll a d12 and subtract from that.
Oh, fun.
So that's -5.
All right, so
Is it
16. So you need to roll in
16?
athletics or acrobatics and get 16 or higher.
Now I do have inspiration.
Yeah,
18. I don't have to.
18, even without.
You break
All
free. Quaylen and Orkfo. You have a chance to turn and react to this.
I have 4 more. No, no.
No, I think
I
we'll just
joke.
boil this down to, yeah, I
Can-
think to be fair, I
Yeah.
think it's just like 1.
Yeah, it would take forever, and it would just be fishing for me to win if I just go, I've got 4 more attacks this turn,
Romeo,
actually.
I think you will get a chance
Is-
to do something, but I think Quaylen and Orkfo will have a chance to react first.
Yeah, I'll let everybody first.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna move up, and if Cadmiel drops the grapple for any reason, I'm going to attempt.
He did not grapple Tingles. Tingles is breaking free. The lethargy, you see the haste potion affecting Cadmiel at the last second. He's getting way too lethargic to hold on to squirming Tingles, who can see the light. So you're gonna try and grapple him instead, or also?
Yep. Yeah.
All right. Athletics checks and athletics checks. Unfortunately, Tingles, you did use your reaction here, so I don't think you can do cutting words again.
Can I do Peerless Skill?
I don't know what that ability is.
When you make an ability check, you can expend 1 use of Bardic Inspiration, roll the die, and add the number to the check.
As long as it says no reaction.
You can do so after you roll, but before knowing the result.
So sounds good.
So don't look at the channel.
So I rolled an 18, so I roll a d12, right?
No, you're doing a new fresh one. This is fresh.
Oh, a new.
So you hold. Unfortunately, you're gonna
So,
hold on to the D12. Yeah, this is against Orkfo now. You're not holding on to the 18. That was against right. That was against.
Okay, so I'm doing a new acrobatics. Okay,
Yep.
okay, I see. Well, I still have inspiration, so. All right, so let me roll it again. Nat 20. Eat it, suckers.
Wow.
Guess what? I'm gonna try it 2 more times.
No.
because I have
I'm
2
sorry.
more attacks.
I being very. I did say that was Cadmiel. He got 1.
Okay.
And
Okay.
I think that's fair to Tingles. Unfortunately, it's like
Sure. Yep.
Ingly boy just can't be caught.
they're still wrong. Does Quaylen do anything?
No, Quaylen does not. Quaylen actually would be
Yeah.
not. He doesn't have time to think. All he knows is he does not want this going to Tatiana. So I guess he's kind of like trying to help. I know this sounds stupid because it's my own character helping my own character. But I really think Quaylen would be like, this is not going to Tatiana. So in the midst of it all, he's not really trying to help
Anyone really?
Angles, but he's trying to make sure that like it's not going to go to Tatiana. Like this is not being
Gotcha.
saved for Tatiana.
So I think here Romeo is the only one really considering Tatiana. So this will be up to Justin if he wants to maybe a persuasion roll from Quaylen against that feeling. but that's your choice, right? Because I think this is really being directed at you and Romual's feelings about Tatiana. But is your choice as a player to call for that roll or not?
No, I'm fine.
No roll, or you want to roll?
No roll.
No
Sorry.
roll. Yeah, that's fine. No. It organically through the RP, he's like, don't do it to Tatiana. And you're like, still positive in your feelings. So now it's on you, Romual. As Tingle, everyone's trying to wrestle Tingles, and he's reaching into the chest of the body of Tatiana.
All right. Romual's going to cast a spell.
Okay.
Oh shit!
Does Tingles counterspell?
Yeah.
Oh, you
Also
used
going
your
to
reaction to
counterspell.
cutting words.
I was gonna say he's counterspell.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Romual begins to cast a spell.
All right. I'm going to cast Hold Person at 5th level on all of you.
Ooh. All right. What kind of save is that?
It's a
Even
Wisdom.
All right. And that's everyone. Quaylen, Tingles, Cadmail, and Orkvo, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Not like Cadmail could move
can
this turn
I
anyway.
True.
I don't know if this will work. Quaylen has Warcaster. You can use your reaction to make an opportunity. That's only if there is an opportunity.
If you
attack,
said
right?
you moved your up to here to Romual, you could have done it.
Okay.
But
Fair
I
enough.
guess there's always a world where you could have maybe knocked him unconscious because he was low HP, but unfortunately you're not in the
Well-
right spot for it.
To be honest, I was moving him in that direction, but I was waiting to kind of see what people were saying. But it's fine. We'll just go with
Yeah,
where
I think
he
I
is
would have.
now.
Yeah,
and-
unfortunately, after everything's playing out, if you had to declare that during your turn, like he moves forward and tries to convince Romual, you just kind of like, yeah, unfortunately. All right. Okay, so wisdom saving throws coming out here, right? So everyone.
Cadmail already did his.
What'd you say? Wisdom save? Sorry. Brain. No braining.
That's what it looks like.
Ball.
Okay. Wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, so Tingles and Cadmail
So I have an
Right.
11, but
and Quaylen.
um, I never used my inspiration,
I thought you
but
did.
I can do Peerless. Did I just use it against? Okay, so
I
did
think I
use
remember
it.
you declaring it.
I thought
Yeah,
I
'cause
said I was.
You said
but then
12, and then you rolled a nat 20.
Yeah,
That was
you're
the
right. You're right.
inspiration. Yep.
So I can. What am I going against? What's the number?
25. I don't think any of you
Never
can
mind.
succeed this spell,
Never mind.
honestly. I'm not sure. I think
Nope.
Quaylen's the only one who could.
Cadmail could have nat 20'd.
Yeah.
Well, Tingles could have done Peerless Skill again because it's no action.
But even with a
but
plus 12, that's only 23, right? Yeah.
I would have had to have a higher number.
Yep.
So Quaylen has to
Quaylen,
do a
yep.
wisdom saving throw.
Yep.
Well, Quaylen actually has a plus 11. He got 25.
So Quaylen is not being held.
So now, does
Quaylen's
Quaylen have
turn.
an opportunity to do something? Okay. So, what can he do? He's not trying to kill anyone. Oh shit! He runs up himself and grabs it himself. I don't know what I need to do to make that happen, but he's like, "Look, Tatiana can't have this. Tingle shouldn't have it. I don't want it, but so that Tatiana doesn't get it, I'm taking it." Yeah.
I think that is very fair in this moment as Romual, the whole person effect. The spell ends, Quaylen comes flying through the space, and everyone else is kind of frozen there. And you watch as Quaylen reaches in and grabs
Oh my god.
the spark.
No, wait.
And we'll find out what happens next time.
Oh my god.
That was
That's so funny because I really wanted to
beautiful.
see it like demigod Tingles. Tingles was so close to getting it, and
Fucking
Quaylen wanted
love it,
nothing to
dude.
do with it.
Oh,
Yeah.
man. I guess this has been such a crazy roller coaster.
Yeah,
I've
this was
been
fucking
dead, and then I was a god, and then I was dead.
still kind of a god, girlfriend almost a god, friends trying to
Does
be
that mean that
gods, but you want
Karsus
girlfriend to
has
be
committed?
gods.
Does that mean that Karsus has now committed 2 acts of deicide?
Well, he didn't perma kill Romuald technically, but you could argue that on a certain level, depending if you think
Actually,
something that got revivified is a kill or not. I think there's some semantics there.
yeah, that does bring up a semantic argument of, is it regicide if the court wizard can just revivify him afterwards?
I have one question, and I think this is a fair question, and I think I'm going to let Justin decide this. When Romuald took the power of divinity, he did an Arcana check, and it was a DC 30. I do think the skill check is different for everyone, and I definitely was portraying it that anyone can go and grab it. Do you want there to be a roll for it, Romuald? I think that's for me. I think the biggest thing I have to decide.
No. I mean, I
Yeah.
don't want there to be a role for it. I guess the way I was thinking of it, like, was it was like pulling it out was kind of the difficult part.
Yeah. I don't think we'll prolong actions too much farther. I think, Quaylen getting in there and using his action to get his hands
No,
on
I
it.
think that's
Yeah,
I think that's
pulling.
actually perfect.
Yeah. So we'll definitely be freezing on that frame of Quaylen reaching into the chest of Tatiana's destroyed from Orko's body, holding on to the divine flame and is pulling it out, going, no one else can see it. Everyone frozen in place, grappling over each other, and Romuald just looking, being like, no. Awesome. GG's, boys. I know it's late, so everyone have a good night.
GG's.
Crazy,
Heyo.
crazy.
Good times
Mhm.
and great oldies.
Good night, guys.